Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan. Whoopee!
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey! Coming in completely unprepared for the second week in a row with very little to talk about, but tons of energy and positivity coursing through our veins.
Positivity.
For me, I'm happy today. Hey, it's A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. Dan.
Tom.
Samantha, our producer here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
On news
Was
today.
I so distracted with everything? Did I miss time for bath?
Oh, did I not play it?
Oh, we have the man here himself.
Yeah, we do have the time. Oh, you know what? That is
you blew it.
I spit in his face.
Did it on purpose.
I did it on purpose.
Yeah.
It was no, it was an oversight. We had a sort of a long morning.
Yeah, we did.
We had comedian Josh Wolf in here, and we like him, and I think he likes
Great guy.
us.
He took his shirt off.
He did.
Yeah.
The chat went crazy.
He doesn't do that for everybody, and the man is.
Well, it looks like you
he
gotta
is-
take yours off, Seth.
You know,
I don't know.
if he took his shirt off, you would be like, now that's a man. You'd be like, well, now here's a guy that's not a fat slob. You would.
Abs?
Oh,
Yeah.
totally. He's
I
got
think, I,
like
know what
ripped.
you're I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what's he got? Like single-digit body fat.
It's the
Oh,
closest
yeah.
one to you. So there you go.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I think he's single-digit body fat.
It's nice.
As I sit right
how much
here,
is it? How much
I'm
is it?
62% body fat. I measured it this morning.
More than half.
I am more than half fat.
That only matters if you're over 200. If you're single-digit body fat, only matters if you're over 200 pounds.
I don't
That's
think
impressive.
he is. I don't think he's over 200.
That's impressive.
He's a petite man, but he's
Yeah,
not.
he's like what?
He's like 155.
Oh, doesn't count.
Yeah, he's
I talked to him
155,
about
but he's
that,
lean,
though.
you know, and he does his cardio and he does.
What do you
his-
mean it's not impressive?
Because any skinny guy can be skinny.
No, he's not a skinny guy. He's a
He's
guy that
cut.
works at being like fit. He's
Well,
a
then
fit.
why doesn't he gain any muscle then?
No, he's got muscle.
He's got a small frame.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I like
bigger
that.
Oh my God.
I like Seth. Bowling.
This is going horribly wrong.
What you did is unimpressive.
I'm just joking. I'm
But,
impressed by anybody that's.
But Josh came in, and Krista from the Improv came in, and Josh does what all comedians who come in here do. They ask us, "Are you going to come out?" And then we do what we always do. We lie to them, and we say, "Yeah, sure, yeah, we'll be there." And then they say, "What show?" And then we're like, because we're lying. But I'm coming out. I'm actually,
you're doing it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna be. I got a sitter. I'm gonna be there Saturday night. Other BDMs have bought tables.
Why are you shaking your head?
You guys never come to any of my stuff.
Well, what do you do?
Wow.
What do you?
I've invited
your
how many
birthday party.
times?
Well,
I mean, to be
I know what it's gonna
fair,
be.
this
Okay,
is
then
a-
come to my karate tournament then.
To be
Watch
fair,
me karate.
this is a guaranteed show.
Like you're his dad. Oh, go watch his karate tournament.
But Josh Wolf he's doing stand-up, a brilliant stand-up
Okay,
for
have you ever been
an
anywhere
hour.
when I was fighting professionally? Did you ever come to my brilliant fights in the
I
cage?
did go to one of your fights. I did
When?
go to one of your
When?
fights because I was dating a girl.
I would totally go.
I was
didn't know
dating
you
a girl
then.
at the time who we were sitting front row because I was still with the morning show.
Where?
And at one of these hotel room ballrooms.
That was
I've never fought
fun.
a
Oh,
hotel
well, then somebody
ballroom.
lied to me and said it was you, but she got blood on her white pants and it made her horny. I
watched-
forgot about that. It made her horny.
I watched the Kimbo punch on YouTube like everybody else.
No, you and I were doing a Disney 5K for some bullshit, and we watched it on our phones. We did.
But that was the one you lost, I think, right?
No, it was Kimbo, and everybody was like, "Oh, did you hear about Seth? Did you hear about Seth? He finally did something good." and then
He's famous now.
And then the best part of that day was that you were so mad that they wanted you to do the 5K and that you signed up for it. And this is the first time I saw you do a feat of strength. You blood eye ran it faster than anybody else in our group because you hated it so much, and he just ran as fast as he could
50
through it.
miles an hour,
and it
baby.
hurt him so he got done. He's hurt, and he was just like, "I'm good." good. I got it over with. I got blood-eyed it. I'm done.
Nice. And that's when you guys conspired to trick me the next morning in the interview and get me to say things I shouldn't have said.
No.
What'd you
Yeah,
say?
we did. We
Well,
got him to
that's not
talk
me.
about his knockout bonus. I remember that.
That's not me. They're
Yeah,
a particular
that was that
host.
other guy. That was that other guy who's mean-spirited. That guy is
You know,
a master manipulator.
We've had a lot of people that have been tricked by the host to say things that have hurt their careers. I'm sorry. It's happened.
Yeah, at some point,
Multiple times that we know.
with that same person. At some
Yeah.
point, you got to look at that guy and go, "He's a genius."
Yeah, I know.
I like him. I like him.
Nah.
Never.
So, Seth. Well, first.
Wait, what is happening?
Well, I'm
Is
gonna.
there Tracy falls to the ceiling?
Well, it has to do with Traci. But before we do that, let's talk about the feature merch item of the week, the TD Villain Dop Kit. It's basically a small zipper bag you can put your drugs in.
Yeah, it's a drug bag.
And
Why didn't we call it drug bag? Who's called it a Dop Kit? Is that
You're
you?
trying to be fancy.
Why are you trying to be all fancy?
Because I have a Dop Kit. It's just some black bag, and now I have.
I have two black bags that are sitting next to my bedroom looks like Whitney Houston's hotel room. The side of my bed is just carts everywhere and batteries and bunch
put
of
it in the drawer.
No, I leave it out. I am who I am from my core. I am who I am. And there's just drug paraphernalia everywhere. And every month, my wife, before Her Majesty Services comes to clean the house, she grabs all my drugs and puts it into a Dop bag.
Okay.
Isn't that a pain in the butt? I have to do that with my clean lady too. Put away all like the.
I tell
the
Andrea to
dildos
leave
and,
it
like,
out.
the
I
random
tell
shit
Andrea
that's
to
up-
leave it out. She says it's embarrassing. She says
is
it looks like
embarrassing,
Whitney Houston's bathroom,
Yeah,
our
I
hotel
do the
room.
same thing with my chips and food I eat at night. Like I'm
Your
embarrassed.
little secret.
I thought you were
snacky
saying-
chip.
hold on.
What,
Hold
you
on.
eat chips at
You-
night?
No. You
Healthy.
said you don't cheat anymore, and you said
That's
you
not
don't.
cheating.
No, you don't eat that shit.
They're protein puffs.
I
It's
was
like-
just bragging to you, to Josh Wolf, about you eating your gruel.
It's little Petrozelli
like it.
again, sitting in the corner. eating his,
Pudgy Petrozelli.
Nobody loves me. I'll go eat some. I'll go eat
I mean, I
some
throw
food.
it up right after, so it's not a big deal.
You know what? If nobody
Oh my
like.
god.
You know that works. For all the bullshit, it works.
It just ruins your teeth and throat.
It does.
You
Yeah.
brush your teeth right
Well,
after you.
after a long,
Take a
long
teaspoon of-
time.
If I were Heidi Klum, yes, that's an old reference.
Block your teeth with your tongue.
I would just get fake
Yeah.
teeth. I would just get fake teeth and barf everything out.
Hold your.
Oh, get like a teeth guard.
Yeah.
Why are we telling people how to be bulimic?
Just
This
get
is
fake
terrible.
teeth.
Put some napkins in there that you can puke it up.
Yeah, just get fake
Anyway.
teeth.
Then you got to just do a tablespoon of honey after to coat your throat, because you get throat cancer from the constant acid.
Nah, no,
Yeah.
you'd have to puke 5 gallons to get throat cancer.
Yeah, but you
Depends
get
on
it
how much
from
you're
eating.
Yeah. I'm worried about that because
Douglas.
I'm worried about that because I eat my wife a lot, and I don't want to get because I would blame her. I'd be like, "You fucking killed me." I would say that to her, but I wouldn't say it to her face. I'd say it to her vagina.
I remember
You-
my girl. I remember freaking out about that specific thing. She told me she had HPV, and I've been eating her out for 2 years now.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got that?
Oh,
I'm
you
thinking
got
of
it.
I'm
You
like,
got
bro,
it.
You
You
feel
got it.
every sore throat.
Yeah.
You're like, it's here.
It's the human Petrozelli virus.
The human Petrozelli.
What's
That's
funny
the
is-
name of the show. Like 4 minutes in.
It's funny dying for something you gave to her and she gave to you.
Yeah.
Anyway, Eric is gonna hide some treats in the Dop Kit. So,
What? So we're giving away marijuana?
No. I
that's
just
illegal.
We can't do that.
No.
Oh.
Just some extra stuff he's gonna hide.
Oh, yeah, he's
in
gonna
the
hide a deuce in there. Eric, our merch guy's gonna take a shit in one of the Dop
No,
kits.
he's throwing in some extra Tom and Dan.
Well, you gotta
stuff.
say what it is so people want to buy it. You can't
Well,
just
it's
say
random.
he's gonna
It's a-
hide a duke.
It's a random surprise.
Well, but it could be a bad
That's
surprise.
pretty random.
That's how you get them to buy, so they see what it is, and they're like, "Oh, disappointed."
But it's gonna be a random good
You
surprise.
gave me some cheap
These
nonsense.
stickers that I hated anyway. Great. Oh, Magna. That ship sailed in 09. Fucking Magna. Fuck your
You
Magna.
gave me the stuff you're giving away for free anyway.
And if I see one more koozie, can we just talk about that?
Oh,
if I
I
see
just
one,
got koozies.
It's the
made for
cheapest
oh,
me.
thing.
you want koozies? Fuck a
Just got
koozie.
koozies.
I'll
What,
bet
you
that
got karate
koozie.
I got
koozies?
karate koozies.
Karate
For what?
koozies.
Canned
For all,
water?
all my adults, every time they walk in, I'm like, have a koozie, have a koozie. Everybody likes to drink, so.
One step closer to strip mall when you got the koozies. You got the prize.
Really?
It
I thought that
starts
was
with
the-
a prize wheel. Second is koozie.
are
The
these-
next thing you know, you're Fred
I
Simmons.
thought that was smart. I didn't think a lot of karate people did koozies, so. I didn't-
They all do koozies.
That's the first thing they do.
That's the first
Karate
thing they do.
koozie.
They buy that first
Yeah.
before they even do
They
karate.
have the koozies before they know how to kick. Koozies before kicking.
Were they the single print flat pack?
Oh!
The cheapest ones are
They're the
59
cheapest ones.
cents.
Yeah, they're cheap. Yeah. Why give them away for free?
You didn't get the song.
Well, the first one's free. The next one's
What do they
$10.
say? What do they say?
$10.
About $5.
What do they say?
They just say Junguru Dojo down the side with our logo. And that's it. Just they're white with red.
Oh, that's your
what I love.
koozie, man. He's like, keep pushing the koozie.
I'll bring
I
you
got tons of them.
I'll bring you guys one.
All right.
Maybe just one.
Well,
Just share it.
Well, speaking of free giveaways, we're gonna have a bunch of giveaways at our BDM Beach Party.
Every time
right?
you look at me when you're saying these things, you're looking at me with some doubt.
Well,
Like, do we have
I
the
just want to
things?
yell dead giveaway.
I eat ribs with this dude.
I know, it's so funny.
Oh, are we having ribs at the beach party?
Oh, man. No, but there will be women locked up.
I was about to name the place we were doing it at. Anyway, only BDMs will know. They're getting the invite.
Yeah.
I think today, I'm not sure. Anyway, I should know.
It's at the Hobo Fish Camp. We're finally doing it.
So we're doing some professional pictures with Tony Moonjet. And
I'm sorry. Moonjet, I'm sorry.
and we got some surprises there. So with that, I think I've told this, the model agency that I use for Camel Girl is
Yeah.
no longer in business.
Yeah.
And then I'm
and
having
now
some
the
problems.
lady's like a born-again Christian.
No. Oh, I'm just having some
Reputable
problems.
place, huh?
I found online some like higher promo girls, but it's just it
Yeah.
seems like super corporate. And then I'm explaining to the lady
That's not
like,
a thing anymore,
I'm
right?
like, can you show up in a bikini with and then a mask, and then no one's gonna do it. Like
I
everyone's
don't
gonna
think
be
it's
like,
a
nah.
thing anymore, man. I don't.
It probably isn't. There's
mean, like-
few and far between.
Okay, does anybody here, because we do have some listeners that are sitting in today. Thank you guys for being here. It's always nice to see our listeners and get back to like what we used to do like in 2018 was fucking awesome.
What about 19?
No, I didn't like 19. 18 was better. 19 I still equate because I give it a little bit. Like there's a little nervousness or something. Like we all kind of knew, I feel like. Well, I forget what I was going to say.
No, that's fine. The Camel Girl.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, no, I was going to say with when you guys go to bars, when any of us go out to clubs or bars, do we see these girls anymore? Are they things anymore?
Well, none of us go to these places, so
Well,
it's
that's why I'm
hard to
asking
find
these guys. Are there promo
They don't go.
girls?
They don't go either.
Well, they look young.
We're talking
I mean,
to a bunch of dads and moms, and it's Seth.
I just hung out with my girl.
Well, I mean, but like,
He's
okay,
scared of
how
his
about
house.
how about her friends? They drag you along to something, right?
No, not really. She hangs out with all my friends.
Okay. Well, I'm
She's
trying
not
to
allowed
find-
to have friends anymore.
What I'm trying to source is if this is still a thing. Is this a thing? Because back in the day, and I know you guys are tired of hearing me say it, but there was a scam you could run with the promo girls where I have in my possession, even today, in upwards of 40 Zippo lighters from Marlboro because you would get them in the bars. And these promo girls, there was a peak promo girl where you would be in the bar, there'd be as many promo girls for products as there would be patrons of the
I
fucking
went
bar.
downtown 3 weeks ago, bar hopping until 2:30
Okay.
a.m. And
Okay.
I didn't see one promo girl. Like,
Okay,
I used
good.
to see
This
one.
is good research. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
That's one time.
Now this
one
is-
sample.
Thank you, sir.
But this is also different than promo girl because we're kind of asking for trophy girl or ringside girl because all
Ooh,
she's
ring
doing.
girl, ring girl, great.
Ring girl, yeah.
Now you're on to something. Are ring girls still a thing?
Yeah.
They still happen in UFC.
In the MMA.
Yeah.
But
I still see them.
But they're not like, I'm talking peak ring girl. They had a stonger on and they were
There's
looking
less-
like
no,
they'd
they're-
suck a dick. Now the girls look like very, like,
I
we're,
think they're boys now
They're
too.
proper, but that's all.
they have ring boys now?
I think
What
someone
a
said
time
that.
to be alive.
My one of my fighters is a ring boy for one
What?
of the fighters.
Can we have him at the beach party?
Yeah, I'm
okay.
down.
He'll do it. He says he calls me my. Never mind.
No, tell us. Oh, karate daddy.
Are you
Does he call you
fucking
karate
your
daddy?
ring boy?
Not
Oh my
karate. He
God.
just goes, hey, dad. He just calls me dad for some reason.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, papi.
How old is
Dad.
he?
Spanish. He's
I'm 13.
21, 22.
Okay.
He's not homo.
Oh,
He's not
kick
homo-
him,
Could be
daddy
his
over here.
dad.
Did you
I
say he's
guess
not
so.
homeless?
He's not homosexual. He's straight. He's a straight male, but he just,
I'm
you know,
homeless section.
All us fighters are a little weird, so he does weird shit.
Yeah, that's the hits of
Yeah.
the head.
Yeah.
Ask
I
Antonio
heard it makes
Brown.
you gay.
Yeah, we have a list. Anyway, so hard to find a camel girl, and then it dawned on me the other day, like Seth's coming in, and I was like, I wonder if we could just because they're also not the cheapest thing in the world. They won't. You have to pay for at least 2.5 hours because they're not going to go out there for just
Right.
an hour. Even though our pictures
It's
usually last an hour.
time plus or travel.
Yeah. So it's like
Then you're usually going to cover their meal or drinks.
I think
hopefully they're of age.
$175.
Don't be giving out Jello shots.
By the way,
no.
don't tell random strangers.
Yeah, I tell everybody.
that
I tell everybody that you buy drinks for underage girls.
Stop that! You're bringing that up.
that's
Like, no one even
Nobody
asked.
even knows who she is.
You're just sitting there. You're like,
She's
hey,
of age, though.
I'm going
It's
to tell
fine."
you an appropriate story about Tom. I didn't know what I thought.
Oh, I didn't hear this.
She gave you a fake ID.
No one gave me no ID. I just.
I think she gave us a fake ID.
Anyway,
I was drunk.
How
so
long
was
ago
I.
was it?
Tommy Gilligan drive me home or drive me to
Pop-Pop's
Pop-Up's
birthday
90th
or
birthday
Oh.
in St. Cloud. So it's
What a
like
mess.
$175, I think, is like the standard rate. I think is the last time I
Yeah.
paid for a camel girl through a modeling agency. Right?
Okay, sure.
And then I have to tip them out. I
Tip 'em
you know,
out.
I think it's like
you give him a little something for the
$20.
trouble.
Yeah,
you know.
or $40. I forgot what I had cash in my
Bitch
pocket.
is getting more than I'm paid.
Yeah, it's usually,
well, it's
yeah.
it's a.
Well, I mean, you're more than welcome to come in a bikini.
I didn't have to, and I
And-
already got assaulted. I'm not coming in a bikini.
And you can take all. You can take pictures with
I'll throw in
disgusting
100 on that.
people all day.
I do that anyway.
But yeah, in a bikini, and they're
Yeah, and have them say inappropriate things.
I'll tip Sam out when she does that.
How much you gonna tip me?
A big tip.
Well, I mean,
Wait a minute.
how much would it cost to do that?
Saturn?
I mean,
That's what I was
Sam,
getting
it
at,
would
yeah.
cost $1,500 for us to pay you to do that, because you're not going to do that. It's hard to put.
He wouldn't be
It's
able
hard
to
to put
be at the
yourself out there
event
like
if
that.
you said you were going to do it.
I couldn't. Yeah,
He
yeah,
couldn't show up. Guaranteed. If you said, I'm showing up and I'll be there in my thong, in the tiniest
But
wickle weasel bikini you've ever seen, and Tom would be like, well, I'm not showing up.
But I'd look at Coconut's webcam.
Why are you telling
Webcam?
the place? Why are you telling the
man.
place?
Like, I see it far. It's grainy.
It's real
I
great.
see
But it
now.
still gets the job done.
Anyway,
It's
they
like
don't
the
know
old
the
porn
days.
we used to watch when it was all scratchy.
So
Exactly. Scrambled porn.
I thought to myself, I was like, I wonder if Traci would be willing to be our camel girl, because I started doing
She's
the
pretty
math.
much a model.
Friend of the show.
Because there's the OnlyFans,
Tall.
so there's a
Comfortable
willingness,
with her body.
yeah, comfortability where
Yep.
she's not afraid to put herself out there.
Yep.
She's not modest.
She's familiar with the show.
Familiar with the show.
Yeah. And then there's also an overwhelming element of Seth wanting for her to do this and pressuring
No,
her.
I
to do
don't.
it.
I was the opposite. When you wrote me that, I held back from saying how I really felt. Honestly, I was,
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I was like, like you just said all those reasons why you can't do it. You can't do it. It's hard to get girls, and then you just fall back on, oh well, I know Seth will get his girlfriend to do it. It just seems like I'm just an easy like
Using.
using.
You felt
Yeah,
used. You felt used.
Yeah, I did. I did. a
Felt
little
cheap.
bit.
I'll
and
write
you-
that down.
I'm
So,
not even kidding. I'm being honest.
well,
with you.
I mean,
CHEAP.
now, do you think this would be something she would be offended if I asked her? Because I have her email.
Wait, you're just gonna go around him?
I
Yeah,
have her
You're just gonna be like,
OnlyFans
well, fuck it.
messaging.
Okay, I'm texting you.
Okay,
I would be the manager in the situation.
oh,
He's Bob Lando.
So,
Fucking Bob
so
Lando.
I go through. I pay you,
Rest the
and then you.
I take a split.
Okay, and then you
split.
pay her. Right?
Cut.
So I'm negotiating with you, right? At this
Yeah,
point,
all right.
Yeah, and so now this is the most awkward thing I've ever done. Was I remember there was a model at one time that because we did this for a long time.
With the time.
No, no.
Why'd you say it like that?
There was I've dealt with the modeling agency, and then they always give me like the model the contact for the day of.
What's weird is they give you a choice. I've seen a few of these. He doesn't share much of this with me. He wants to like keep it shrouded in mystery for some reason.
No,
it's
I've
kind of
told
like
you.
me with all the
It's
controls
awkward.
here.
I
I don't
don't-
want to teach him all the controls here, or they'll eliminate my job. So like with him, he's like, you've really kept your thumb on this modeling lady. And I remember seeing where you'd get a text and it would be like, which one of these do you think would suit the event best? And it would be like 4 different unique girls, almost like you're choosing a character in a video game. Like there'd be one like Afro beautiful black girl. There'd be like one straight haired tall black haired girl. There'd be one blonde like Barbie like the quintessential Barbie, and then there'd be like one brunette that's like looks like a Southern Belle. There's like, and you had different choices.
They've never given me that
But they've
much
given you
diversity.
choices.
Yeah, it's usually the 2 people that are willing to wear a bikini and a camel mask is like, hey, this girl, like, which one?
Yeah, but
and
they
then I'm
give
like,
you
anybody
choices.
willing to show up. So, but anyway, I remember one awkward situation where they called me day of the event, and they asked me, because I said, it was like, usually, the job is bikini camel mask. And then they called me, they're like, is it okay if I wear shorts instead of a bikini? And then
You told her no?
no, hell no. I was too
We
awkward.
have
But
a
I thought
very-
no in my head. I was
we
like,
have a
well, did
very
you read the
strict-
contract
Yeah,
that your
damn.
modeling agency sent
You
you?
knew what you were signing.
I just said fine. That's
change
fine.
up on me
Why are you
now.
Because I'm not gonna
Borrowing
be a
yourself
creepo Weinstein.
Trivial idea.
Who's gonna be like, no?
Either
bikini
get in your
on-
thong or get the fuck out of here.
You should have at least knocked the price. I'm like, yeah, you can, but it's $50 less than.
Yeah,
whatever.
this guy's good.
No,
You're
no.
a good businessman.
No, but it's I
Do you
pay
think
the
you're a
agents
better
like-
businessman than Tom?
It's
Yeah.
Oh, business
mean,
off.
he
Business
would have
off.
saved his
hold
$50.
on.
He would have saved his $50.
Hold on. I will take a better fighter, better.
Okay, let's compare our
working out.
He would
profit
save
losses.
us. He would save us $50 on the shorts. Is what I'm saying. I mean,
who renews your sun biz? That's what I want to know.
That's easy. I have a guy that automatically does all that for me.
The kid that calls him daddy.
yeah,
Is it
who's
daddy?
his son
Is it
daddy?
your son? Okay. Well, what do you want? How do we tell who's a better businessman? Do we have business
Oh
off?
no, I got a better boat. I win.
Well, that's you were
In-house.
better at punching. That's what got you the boat punching, not
I
business.
didn't make any money off fighting.
Well, you made.
Not a lot.
I saw the 100,000 knockout.
money.
How long do you think that's gonna last?
Well, you invested into real estate.
Exactly.
What is that?
That's
I was
business.
smart business money.
No,
that's
I
an
think
easy
you
guess.
did some
Yeah,
scams.
easy guess. My ass.
You did some
Lot
protein.
of shady
protein
business
shakes.
action.
yeah. I feel like that was like you took your money, you put it into real estate. I mean, anybody could have done
Which
it.
is
Florida.
business, goddammit.
I'm getting us off topic, and I
Sorry.
apologize. So you
Right
wanted-
business off.
right, yeah, put that on the list.
Another thing we're not
Alright.
gonna do. Yeah. Let's write that.
Well, this is going to be easy. I mean, you could take the assets of your company and the assets from your company, and then have our accountant or your accountant or an accountant of your choosing.
look,
How about our accountants fight?
Bernie will beat some
Oh yeah,
ass.
bro, I'll take
Bernie
Bernie all
Bernie
day.
is a big
Our
ass.
accountant
Yeah,
is a
but-
fucking giant.
Yeah,
I got a
he
big
is.
guy too, though.
Our
I gotta
guy's
find
like
this.
6'9", and
Oh,
his
it's-
hands are like this fucking
Massive.
big around.
He's
He's
slow.
like,
He's
our
all-
guy's
His
like
hands
Andre
are
the
as big
Giant.
as my head.
My
He is
guy's
like a-
short, but looks like a sumo wrestler. So maybe you see-
Our
The
guy.
hell?
I would actually like to see them fight. And okay, write that down for Miss Hot Tub Mini Fridge. Both our accountants fight in the ring.
The slow.
I'm not
accountant
joking.
fight.
People will go. I mean, if we did,
100%.
if we did our accountants fight in the ring, we do Tracy and Sam bikini off. I mean,
Tracy's gonna win.
You want to fucking
you're-
pack where? I mean, we will bring 10,000 people to this motherfucker. Like we'll be all rich.
agree.
That's all. It's easy to do.
Well,
See, they pull the trigger.
can't do it.
God.
Alienates us.
Will
No
it?
more friends.
They'll show up. I see it in their eyes. He's shaking their head. Yes. Concrete Mike will be there.
Yeah, but-
He'll eat anything. Anyway,
Concrete Mike.
we'll bring back Tony Ray versus the
Concrete Mike.
hospital.
Every voicemail that Concrete Mike leaves our show is about anal sex.
Anyway,
Every voicemail.
so
Well,
back, I mean, do you
well,
think this is
Let me ask you a
something
question. Do you want a girl that's gonna be very, very like
outgoing?
appropriate and not like? Do you want a girl that's gonna be letting them take shots off her tits, or do you want a girl?
No, no,
Hey,
they
what is
just
this,
What kind of business
2018?
you think this is?
No, I tell and when they come, I
'Cause I
see them
got a
eyes,
girl
I'm
that'll
like,
do
no
that.
touching, you
Oh,
animals.
hold on a
Then I
second.
tell-
Yeah, see,
Hold on a second.
I have the other side of it where I can get a girl that'll wear the mask.
Wait
We'll
a
do it for a
minute.
couple $100
And by get
and have
her to
fun.
do it.
You got
No,
a-
no, no,
Is that
get her all
consensual?
out. It'll
You
be
mean you
consensual.
got yourself a party cheetah? What are you talking about here?
So are you? There's another option. I
No,
you know they.
there's no that. I don't have to degrade Tracy and asking her to wear
So
a mask.
you've got a lunatic party girl that'll.
It's one of my niece's friends. Yeah.
Oh, she of
Man,
age.
how old is she?
Yeah.
Oh, she's old. She's 23.
She's old.
22.
She's old. She's 23.
older than
Okay,
18.
23. All right, that's
She's
fine.
legal.
She's gotta be 21.
23 and me. All right.
Yeah, I was looking for over 21, not
Right.
over than 18.
Yeah. Barely legal.
So yeah,
So she's like.
she has big. She just got big fake boobies.
All right.
Tracy doesn't have the fake boobies yet.
Why did the producers of Barely Legal, they're like, okay, pee in the hay before you, like, what was
We've
the
talked
pee in the hay?
the pee-pee,
Anyway.
they like that.
So-
guys like pee and hay absorbs. That's
Anyway.
why hay is like nature's kitty litter.
So what will she do it for?
I could ask her and,
All right.
and see what I'll negotiate a little thing.
Well,
Like,
what if Tracy
are you-
wants to make a cool
Yeah,
200?
okay,
Okay,
I
I
wanna
will.
do it.
I will ask her. and
'Cause
I'll be
all
like,
you have
this
to
is
do-
yours if you want to
What
do
do the
it.
listeners want? Do the listeners want Tracy, who
I don't
is
know.
mentioned on the show? People know who she is, or
She's
do they
gonna
want?
be proper. She's not gonna be doing anything.
And this
crazy.
other
Just
girl,
stand there with the killer mask and the pictures, leave.
Is this
200
other
bucks.
girl a liability? Like,
But I
what
see
is-
Tracy being, she's good around people she knows, but
Right.
strangers, especially when
Yeah.
BDMs, when then
Well,
they're
that's
like,
yeah.
No, they're not.
No, well, the camel
Oh,
mask.
the mask will block that.
Yeah, the mask is good.
Yeah, just
We'll
tape
put it.
the eye
We'll
holes.
put an N95 in there.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, it will be hot.
And
The other girl. Describe the other girl. Big. You said
so
big boobies.
So she's shorter than shorter than
fire
Traci.
plug.
Yeah. Good proportionate
Okay.
boobs to butt ratio.
All
I
right,
guess
so
you can
big,
say.
Oh, this
big
is
ass.
awkward.
Big
It is
butt.
awkward.
Yeah, that's why it seems gross.
Oh, you're talking like she's a piece of meat.
Yeah, that's
But
what
in
it
this
you're asking.
scenario, we're
It's
hiring a model, and that's what they are in this scenario.
I've talked about this on the BDM show. I said, well, should we do it or not? Then people email me. They're like, please just do it. But I'm like,
I got one email from a person. You pussies.
And then most people are like,
Yeah,
we don't
people get
care.
aggressive.
But I feel like I'll disappoint them if they show up.
I
and
feel like
there's
if
no
the only
camera
thing
girl.
that's being shown for this model, with your face is not being shown, she has a pretty face, obviously, too, but her face is masked. Boobs are going to be the main thing you're going to see in the picture. You want a nice set of big fake boobs, do you not?
I mean, this guy
It
knows
doesn't have
his.
to be fake.
I mean, this
but-
guy knows his way
Okay, not
around.
fake, but do you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
big?
yeah.
You want a bigger, voluptuous boobs?
Volump.
Yeah, but
Volump.
whatever.
To have the
Volump,
the
right?
shine.
Not lump.
Yeah, yeah.
Lump
It's
is-
Lovely
I think
lady
it's lump.
lumps. That's
There's
a lump.
I don't think it is.
There's a novelty to
Yeah, a
that,
novelty
you know,
to
to
that.
the point of the. I mean, the whole thing was done so people would post the pictures and they'd be like, "Oh, what is this? This is weird." That's how we looked
Yeah.
at it. Like
Yeah.
it was a way for.
But it's not that weird. The
promote-
sad fact is, it's really not that weird anymore. You
It's
know,
fi-
like what we thought was weird at the time when
It-
we started it. You
Well-
know, it's like now everything is like, you look at any commercial on TV, like any Little Caesars commercial for like that Fanceroni pizza, and the commercials are they're just bananas.
But-
and I'm like, we did that years
But
ago.
think about it, nowadays, like if you're like most of our listeners got kids at this point, they're in their late 30s, 40s.
Well, you're
and stuff.
talking your way into no camel girls. What you're doing?
Well, no, but I'm just saying if they're standing there, they post a picture on their social media, and there's a camel girl. There's a weird. People would be their friends on their social media, be like, "Where the hell are you? What is this?" That's what we want.
Do you want to tell our other idea that you thought of that I think is so funny?
No, where's one? I think of a lot
Tom
of
has this
ideas.
great idea. We're buying a backdrop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell it or yeah? Let's.
Well,
A green screen.
It's just the tiny things. It's in the
Yeah,
details.
yeah.
We're-
We'll keep it as a surprise.
Yeah, we'll keep it as a secret.
Well, you have to tell me off air because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know anything about this.
You'll love it. It's so
Okay.
stupid.
All right, so I'll
So
we'll
let
do
me ask you
business.
this too: as part of the job description, is she allowed to drink on the job, or
Oh
yeah.
I'll
She'll
buy
pro-
the
she'll-
shots.
she'll-
Yeah, but I mean,
Can't we just
No
go
matter what,
straight?
no
Can't we?
matter what age she is.
Jesus Christ! Can't we just go straight to the source? Do we have to go middleman here? She's a grown woman. Let's just
Yeah,
ask
I
her.
don't know if she makes the best decisions herself.
She is dating you.
No, not Trey. I'm talking about the other girl.
should we get her? Then we
Oh.
should. No, then there should be like a ride involved and a handler. You know what I mean? You know, like I don't want
For the friend? The
yeah,
niece's friend?
Yeah. there
I'll drive her.
Because Seth wants to be.
Well, yeah, okay.
I don't have to be. I mean, I'm gonna go with Tracy and her, and maybe.
Okay, if Tracy's there, feel better.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and
I'm
I
not
know
gonna
you're
go
not
with
going to
just
let
like-
anything happen to her.
Well,
No,
then, but
no,
then
of course
people are gonna want you to be in the photos
Yeah.
too, and then they're
You
gonna
wanna wear a
want
mask?
And then
You
you're gonna
wanna-
want
like
your
a
shirt
giraffe?
off.
No, and N95, yes.
I have a giraffe mask from the original shoot.
It's the beach.
That's what Roop drove.
There.
No, yeah, I don't care.
Roop had
Oh,
a giraffe mask on when he was driving the Lamborghini in the original bit, so I can dig that out of my closet.
All right, well, we'll talk after this. And,
Okay.
and,
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
you've got a little bit of time.
I would
Yeah.
text her now, but she's working.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh yeah,
Dancers.
Front office.
what?
Nuh-uh.
Not Tracy. Okay, this other girl, not
Oh, she's down.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Okay,
Well, you didn't tell us that. We could have saved it. Well, I mean, it's good to stretch things out on a talk show, but
Yeah.
a stripper?
Tracy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what you need. That's what you need.
Yeah. I know.
I didn't think there were strippers
I
anymore.
don't have any idea how to get in contact with
I mean,
strippers.
There's one right down the street.
Honestly-
yeah, but if I walk in there,
Well, Sam,
Hello. I'm looking for a lovely young lady for
Sam,
a job opportunity.
like they're gonna be like, get out of here. Like,
Sam, as a man that navigated strip clubs in this town through the end of the 90s and through the beginnings of the 2000s a lot, I thought there were no more strippers. Like, honestly, as a man with a 7-year-old, I thought that was done. I would drive by these places, but I thought you would just go in there and get a drink. There was no different than a regular bar, and then they just had like a girl wearing jean shorts and a bikini top,
I
right?
don't know. They're at it still.
yeah.
I got to get back in the game. I got to dust off my Umbros and get back out there.
Yeah. No matter what, there's still people that need quick money.
We should go.
Made
No, but
poor
we should go
decisions.
because I forget what it would be like. Like every strip club in Orlando, I used to go all the time. Me and Drew, that's all we did.
Really?
Yeah,
That was
well,
your thing?
it's a younger man's game.
It wasn't, but also because of the time that we worked, like working late, like when you got off, and there was nowhere to go except for the
Right,
strip club,
yeah,
really. So you would go there, and those people became your friends, and it's sad.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do some Seth stories.
Oh man.
A good,
dangerous.
bad.
It's been a minute.
I didn't even ask you if you have one.
I have a bunch.
What do you mean?
I have a list of like 100 bad things.
He's struggling for the good.
Tracy's actually calling me now.
Oh,
I don't think she's listening though.
Well, put her on speaker.
No, I think she's.
Oh,
Maybe
what is
something
happening?
personal.
I feel like
Yeah, it might be something sad.
I
I
feel
feel like you
like
said she was at work. Oh, the other girl was at work. Well, Tracy just
Tracy's
said.
at work too.
Oh, okay.
we've done one segment. I feel like
She
we've
was actually
damaged
works for
a
a
lot.
regular job.
Is it?
That's why she got off OnlyFans. She's not on OnlyFans anymore. I don't know if you
No.
checked.
I wonder why they're every morning I go there and I wait for 20 minutes on my call.
Oh yeah. Does she get contacted by the regulars that were disappointed that she stopped?
No, she just felt like it just wasn't her, which I agreed. It really wasn't her. She was just doing it to make some
Well,
extra
who was
money.
it in the photos?
That's why she.
Does she leave the subscription up? Because I forgot
No,
what
I
card
don't
I
know
signed
how-
up with
I don't
all
know how
year.
that-
I
You
could
know
be
what?
charging me still.
Butler's still in there.
Yeah.
I have no
that was
idea.
her game. She was going to cancel and just let their automatic renewals.
Yeah, it was, I'd still
That's
be
my karate
renewed. That's our medium game.
So we have similar business ideas.
It's every
See,
game.
all right.
It's
Business off.
everybody does that.
Full Planet Fitness, yeah.
Our business off is two horrible wizards shooting garbage at each other, and it just stays in the middle.
Shooting garbage.
All right, let's take a break.
The name of the band is The Interrupters. The name of the song is As We Live, featuring Tim Armstrong. Enjoy this. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time. 1-844-TOM-NDAN. Show at tomanddan.com for last minute emails. Bye-bye. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha and Seth Petrozelli all here today.
BookAirTND.com.
Yes.
That's the website you can go to book our Tom and Dan Airbnb in Sanford, which is walking distance to all the bars and restaurants downtown.
Trust me,
across the street.
Yeah, you are so close that we've had people that have stayed there tell us you're close.
Yeah, too
They're
close.
like, you're too close.
The non-Tom and Dan listeners
Yeah.
complain about it.
Yeah, they're like, my God.
Did
I
not
can
say
Hear
hear
him
that.
at mannequins.
Yeah, you didn't say we were this close.
All right, so should we do the intro? The old good bad intro.
Oh, do I? Oh, yeah. I do have that. Sorry, it's been so long. When we got the COVID, or when you got the COVID, I didn't get it.
The COVID.
I didn't get the. I put the on a lot of things. I guess it
The
makes me
Facebook.
sound old.
It
I'm
does
gonna have
make
to
it
stop doing
Yeah,
that.
stop doing that.
I do it. I don't know why I do it. It's a bad habit. Here's the intro.
Hi, me Seth. Me gonna tell you a couple stories, okay? You gonna be impressed. Me tell you two stories, one good, one bad. Me tell you a good one. Me promise you'll laugh. Wait, why me see chat room saying good ones seem kind of bad? Huh. One story good. One story bad. One story feel happy. One story me sad. One story me big, big hero. The next me douchebag. One story me good. Me really good. Me telling you this story good. One story me bad.
I like that it's really long, and I love that you have to sit through it because nobody else is doing that.
Injured,
You know, like most podcasts, they just start and they're already talking.
injured on the go, justcallmo.com.
Yes.
If you need a lawyer, Mo DeWitt, the DeWitt Law Firm. All right, Seth.
So he's testing for his next belt, by the way.
Mo?
No, Jason.
Oh, the guy that did,
That did the song.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
upset you didn't give him a koozie, though.
yeah.
Is he really?
He mentioned it.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
he
he
said
did
something.
mention it in the chat room.
If he passes his test, I'll give him one.
No, you gotta pass a test
Now
to get the
that
free
is
koozie?
strip mall. If you get a koozie for passing your belt test, that is strip mall. Ooh.
Is it
No,
awkward?
he's
I
different.
feel like back in the day, if you had a traditional sensei
Yeah.
that you trained, like if you made goof songs about him, clowning him,
Yeah.
that would be.
He's actually really, really respectful in the dojo. Though it's a weird dynamic when it comes to that. You know how
Does
I
he
am
tell
here.
you that? Is he like, hey,
No, but
hey,
he-
Sensei, did you happen to hear my song.
But
Yeah. He, I've seen Kill Bill. He whips his beard. He'll whip you. Yeah, man. That's what the sensei.
So I said something stupid the other day, and he looked at me and he's just like he's gonna say it in the BDM. Like I know if I say
I'm gonna
something
write a
dumb,
song about
he's gonna say
that.
it.
I saw Sensei shit his pants. I'm gonna write a song.
Like we're doing stretches, butterfly stretches, and I was standing on one of my students' legs, pressing down on his back, stretching. He's a big guy. He's like 200.
Stretch you up, me stretch you, fatty.
But we just look so stupid doing it. I'm like,
Too fat to stretch. Push.
Too fat to stretch. Hey.
I like mumbled under my breath. It looks like we're two frogs humping or something like that. And he heard me and he looks at me. He's like, Seth. He's like.
That's just it.
I just feel like one of your students, making goof songs about
it's
it.
not
Their
professional.
sensei, This was a nice goof. I didn't mind this goof song.
Oh, it's nice.
I'd be standing on his legs if I were.
He painted a picture of someone and,
like a dumb puncher.
You should be holding a stone wheel. Anyway,
I don't mind.
what do you want? A good, bad first?
I always do the bad first. I always want to end people
Okay,
thinking I'm good.
bad.
Me want to win. You were even doing this. You were doing the impression.
Yeah.
You were like, me want to win with good.
It never works out. So this is an actual a Hummer story, which there's lots of Hummer stories.
They're called blowjobs.
It's almost like it forces you to act like a douchebag.
Yeah, 100%.
The power of it, man. Did you ever want one? Did anybody in here ever want a Hummer?
No.
The new Hummer, the H3. I never wanted one either.
The electric one, yeah.
There, for a split second, I wanted the H3, the little one, because I'm like, it's a Hummer my size. Finally, one for the little guys.
Yeah.
But I didn't get it.
I've been tainted. It's like what Weinstein did to Islands. A certain person did to Hummers to me, and I'm like, never could look at this area.
Can't even go there.
It does make you be a douchebag, because the first thing I did was put a giant train horn on it just to be a douchebag.
That's what
But
you
the
do.
train horn, I support the train horn on
Really?
every vehicle, especially motorcycle, because you never see it coming.
That's true. That's true. So this isn't my bad story, but this is a fucked up story. I put the train horn on it.
We get a bonus? Hold on. Bonus fucked up extra story.
So this was right after Kimbo, obviously. The owner of 6 Buffalo Wild Wings.
Whoa, hold on a
I'm
second,
sorry.
everybody.
You didn't say anything.
The owner of not 5, but 6.
He had 6 in the territory. It's great.
B-dubs.
This guy was rich off his ass.
I love me some B-dubs.
Yeah.
I love it.
They call me Billy Buffalo. I own 6.
It was right when I
You
just
want to know
opened
what's in my veins? Miller Lite. Because it flows at B-dubs.
You
this
know who
guy's-
I vote for.
This guy's older. He's like mid-60s, you know? So
No
it's
guns
like-
allowed, at least at the Altamont location. It gets rough. I see the side when I walk in.
So when
Do you
I,
see that?
when I first opened the jungle, he was one of the main sponsors. He bought my cage. He bought a bunch of bags, and I had to put the Buffalo Wild Wings logo
They're shaped
on
like
my cage.
wings.
Drumstick.
Oh my God, that's
the
a fucking
flats,
amazing.
the flats. Yeah,
That's
like
a
the
good
flats.
idea.
Yeah. Bunching them good.
Well, yeah, it'd be awkward, but yeah. Anyway, went to.
How much did that cost him? Just, I'm curious.
Not that bad. It was like in the over 10,000 or so.
That's
like
a lot of money, dude.
Yeah, they gotta sell a lot of wings.
Yeah, that is a-
$10,000.
That's a lot of curly fries with pepper on
this
them.
guy
Why
had
do they
some-
pepper them? Why
this guy
are you
had some dough.
peppering them?
Yeah, you're gonna sling
The
a
fuck?
lot of wings to get that back.
This guy's rich. So anyway, I just got the Hummer, just got the trainer put on it. I pull up for one of our meetings, you know. So it's me and my wife at the time.
Oh.
We pull up, and I'm like, yeah, look at the new engine or the new. I said new something. The grill. I said, look at the new grill I put on the hood. My fucking sponsor, an old 65-year-old guy, just fucking met the guy like 2 months ago. Promised to give us $15,000 or so.
What is happening in this story?
Looked under my hood and I fucking
What?
the fucking guy goes,
Rewind because you were going a little fast.
Sorry.
For Sam doesn't speak
You
gibberish.
like pure primate man.
You blew this old man's MAGA hat off.
So he pulls up. He pulls
He's gonna
up.
sponsor you.
He pulls
He
up
already
to the B-dubs, and then the
We
owner.
already had we had the meeting.
Okay.
Great, shook hands. Like, this is a great. I'm looking forward to working with you. This is a great thing. Walks outside. He's like, oh, you got the Hummer. I'm like, yeah, I just got
How
it.
old were you when this
Right
happened?
after Kimbo's 28.
Okay, too
29.
old
I
to
like-
be acting that way.
After the sponsor meeting, you're
I'm gonna blow the fucking horn in his face.
What happened?
That is, I don't know. I love this because that's a true bully mentality.
But bad
Bully
at
them.
business,
Yeah.
not a good businessman.
Yeah. That's why.
One mark for.
But he still gave me the money. I still got this.
Oh, never mind. It didn't
But
matter.
was he mad?
No, he wasn't. He just was like, oh, okay.
He gave him a heart attack.
He grabbed his chest, and I was like, oh, I laugh. You see me laughing. I'm laughing. My wife was like mumbling, what the fuck are you doing?
Why would
like
you
she
do
always
that?
did.
Oh my God, you're gonna kill this old man.
She always did. And he's like, he kind of brushed it off and was like confused why the fuck I would do it, and just turned around and walked away.
He's afraid of
And
you.
I just was
he
like,
was afraid of you. He got into business. He was afraid that if he said, you know what? Fuck you, I'm out. And you'd be like, I'll beat your ass, old man.
And the whole way home,
Oh,
actually.
man.
God, I remember this now. The whole way home, because it was at the B-Dubs on International Drive. So
Okay.
the whole way home,
yeah.
I was fucking going by Taurus and just going.
You
Every
were
fucking
drunk.
one I was trying to cross the street.
You were
I-
drunk with power.
Yeah.
You did it one time. And
I was
you-
like, yeah, I was
Yeah.
high. I was fucking
Oh,
awesome.
all right. That's not the story, guys. That's just the warm up. That's just the
Is
warm
this something I
up.
remembered when you said?
Okay, that's
Make sure it's
bad.
like a
Shouldn't
default.
do that.
all right.
So this story was fast forward about 4 or 5 months or so. I don't know.
Wait, this is a recent story?
No,
from
from that
the
event.
horn. 4 or 5 months from the horn.
From the horde.
Uh,
We're out partying one night, and I did this a lot, and I've always said this, and I was so stupid for doing it. Driving under the influence, it was fucking.
Yeah, I think we can all agree
Yeah,
that at this day and age, and there are plenty of people, myself included, that have done it, that now see the error of our ways. I couldn't tell you the last time I did it because of Uber.
yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
Luckily, this accident that happened was in the kind of the middle of nowhere. No one was really injured.
Oh, shit.
Well,
man.
not really. Someone
Not
was injured, but not
really injured?
really that bad. I was with my wife. She was in the front seat with my wife's best friend sitting in the back
Starting
seat.
to see why you don't have a wife anymore.
Yeah, she's always along for the ride.
She's always getting. She's
Like,
my
this guy's a
ride.
fucking
Always
maniac.
on.
Yeah.
Me playing with train horn again because it's so fun. It's my favorite toy.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say what this is. 'Cause I don't know what the statute of limitations is for something.
Jesus, dude.
So,
is it that bad? My
well, I mean,
God.
it's not
I thought
that
it was a
bad.
train horn story. You know,
It's
like,
not that
ah.
bad. It's
when I
not-
turned off the lights in the garage, he was still stuck in the windshield.
no.
And then I kept checking.
I knew what I had to do. And because of Walking Dead, screwdriver straight through the ear.
So I'm shit faced. Enough to drive. Thinking okay.
God.
I was drunk. She was drunk. Her friends were drunk. So we're driving. We're pulling into where this girl's lived housing complex. So you know, at the beginning of some, they're all gated, big brick gates to let you type in a code, let you in.
I never lived in anything fancy like that, so I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
the gates
He
are
doesn't know what
fancy,
the-
but
Well, the homes are all the same. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
one of
the
those
gates are to keep people in.
things. So
Rorschach.
it's down a road where there's nothing. It was just brand new building. So it was like a road where nothing was. So I was like going little fast. I was like, oh yeah, let's go. Like going fast.
Open road, me horny.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to the engine going. I was like, oh yeah. And my phone rang all of a
Corona.
sudden randomly, just randomly rang. My wife goes to grab it, and me being an insecure weirdo, like I reached to grab it from her, like I don't want her looking at my phone. And I was
Me
like,
cheating, no luck. Me cheating, no luck.
Man.
yeah, I don't know if I was at the time. I'm joking.
Might be sexy text.
Yeah. So I reached to grab it. She grabs it back. I'm like, come on. We're arguing over my phone. I'm going about 35, 40 miles an hour down a little road, right? And
Give me T's mobile sidekick.
her friend in the back, the last thing I remember is like, Seth! Like screaming at the top of her lungs, Seth. I'm like ignoring her. 'cause I don't
Thelma and
give a shit.
Louise.
Oh, man.
I turn around and all of a sudden it was just like, flash. I creamed into the brick, half the gate, half the brick, plow through the fucking whole thing. The whole gate falls over. The big
dude,
ass
come
entrance,
on.
Through the apartment complex?
the apartment complex gate and brick.
Oh, wow.
The brick too.
I've never been much of a Chevy
They
guy,
must
but
have
you know
broke
what?
the
That
brick
sounds-
down.
I broke the brick down and the gate down.
That's a
I'm
well-made
halfway over top the gate and the brick. And I look around, like, we're all stunned. I'm like, I look back and her friend goes, picks up her head and there's blood dripping.
Oh, the blood!
Yeah, there's blood dripping out from her head and nothing on me. I'm like, I'm okay.
Quick, wear me train horn.
You said nobody got hurt.
This is our too long.
Just a little. She's just a little.
This
Concussed?
two-honk emergency.
Concussed and whiplash.
She's just concussed. Yeah. A little concussed.
Quick, go put bloody head under hood. Me train it away.
So again, this was like 2:30 a.m. So no one saw it. It was just us three. Big crash in the middle of nowhere in some housing development.
Yeah,
Not
you probably
the thing.
woke somebody up, but it's going to be a minute before they could even discover what's happening.
Exactly. So I fell fast.
I've seen these type of things happen even around here in Baldwin, where I'll be like especially when I resigned from the radio station and I was like drunk all the time, like standing on my balcony, like I didn't know what to do. I would stand on the balcony and you will see people crash. You'll see them drive drunk. You'll see shit that you should not see.
And they always do the move where they crash and they're stunned, and then they look around and they're like,
they get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I got away with it.
There might be one in the news lately. I'm not going to talk about it because it turned real sad this morning. But yeah.
You throw your bong out the window.
Yeah, that's the Buddy Dyer.
I tossed the G as soon as that happened. I was like, dumped it up. So, but I did try to get away. Like my car wouldn't run. It was fucking. It was like the engine. Everything was just pressed in front. It was
Hold on,
shot.
it's a military vehicle.
No, not the
It's still,
H2,
it's a good military. It went through the
The
bridge. It
H2
did what it needed
is
to do.
more of a.
Okay.
I think military guys,
better
if you
than
said
an
it was a
H3.
military vehicle, would be so mad to hear that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The original Hummer, yes.
Yeah.
But the H2 was more of that's a civilian vehicle.
So,
come back.
what did you do?
So of course I was freaking out about. I didn't want cops there, no matter what. I was like, no cops, because I'm under the influence for sure.
They know the bricks and the G on the floor.
The blood. This is bad, dude. This is a bad one. This is a bad one.
So
They're like, wait a minute, honk your horn. Guilty.
So I don't know what tow truck company I called, but I just randomly found a tow truck company. I don't think it was AAA or I don't know what the hell it was.
Be called AAA.
I got a tow truck to come.
Me stranded.
They were there in like fast. It was like 10, 15 minutes. They were really fast. My wife called another friend of hers to take the bloody concussed friend home.
So you're gonna hide
Take her to
her.
the
Hide her.
hospital.
Yeah, I know. She's like,
Well, you do that move like gangs. You just drive up and you just roll her out gently. You
And then-
roll her out with
in
a
emergency
note.
room,
It's just like a note on her. Says, help me.
So the tow truck guy pulls up, and I remember him just sticking his head out the window and goes. His eyes just get, oh shit, you fucked up.
Hold on a second. Hey, brother, is that a train horn?
Is he an accessory to a crime at this point, or is it like now you've just like destruction
Not
of
his
private
business.
property?
Not his
I don't
business.
know.
You know what?
His job's to
He
tow
was
that
good,
truck.
man.
In the midst of a horrible story, that's an excellent question for Mo.
Like you
I'll
should.
write it down.
We should remember that because
Well,
because
we
the
gotta
guy
file a report
No,
or
he should.
something,
The
right?
guy should look at it and be like, "Nah, dog, that's a no for me."
Well, make sure you tell him that I gave him $20 to do it. So $20. I tipped. That's all I had on me. I remember just even give 20. Like here, just please don't say. Just no.
Yeah.
Here, just take this.
Give him
and
some
take
G.
it. Take it out of here. Take it out of here. And it took him it was fast. It was like 15 minutes. Got it loaded up.
And
He
you
started
rode
pulling
home
it.
with somebody
I
else.
rode home with my wife's other friend. who
What a night!
took the friend.
And
Yeah.
nothing.
Nothing.
There was no surveillance camera. Like that's the
This
thing.
was long time ago. Maybe they didn't have it back then.
There was that
Well, I'm
sweet
sure
spot.
they did, but
06 was a. Ooh, that's a good. You could
You're
do
right.
anything in
now,
06.
Now there's no
There's
way
a-
in hell you'd ever get away with any of this
No.
because there'd be 5 HD surveillance cameras
I
filming
know, and
everything.
I
Your
realized
license
that.
plate.
I
well, you
peed
have
on-
it. You have a Ring camera in your garage, not like outside.
no, but there's one.
There's everywhere.
yeah,
All
it's
my
a-
neighbors, they have cameras on everything.
I peed on the St. Augustine fort last weekend, and I looked up, and there's a fucking camera right there. I'm
You
like,
can't do that.
Last weekend?
That's
You're
federal
You're
property.
in your
man.
40s, Seth. You got to
I had to
Yeah.
pee.
And-
Tracy took me on. She's like, "You need to get away. Let's go to St. Augustine." We went to Augustine just for the night. I drank.
You
a
can't
few
do
drinks.
that.
I
As
walked
a-
around. No one was there. There's a whole fort to ourselves. I was like, "This is so beautiful." I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta pee." She's like, "Just go over in the corner." So I went in the corner. I was like, started peeing on part of the fort. I'm like. I look around, I'm like, okay, good. I think I'm good. And
They
I look
don't
up,
fuck around if
fucking
you get
black
Yeah,
eye in the
dude.
sky. I'm like,
That's,
"Ah!"
that's historical
Well, no, I
shit.
went to Flagler, and they tell you one of the first things you learn as a Flagler student is they're like, "Don't fuck with the fort. You'll go to jail."
Why do you take your 22-year-old girlfriend to Old Man Fort?
I didn't take her.
Oldest city.
She loves it there. She
The
wanted
oldest
to move
schoolhouse.
it. She likes it.
We might want to cut that part out. That might be a federal crime.
What?
Pee?
the ping-
No.
Oh
Peeing
yeah,
on the
it's federal
fort?
property. You shouldn't do it. You can't drink there either.
Oh,
I've been
I'm
I've
sorry.
been talked to having beers at the fort, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah,
I didn't drink. I just
They're
had
like,
to go. I
hey,
said I had to pee my pants.
I didn't drink. I just took a leak.
In the corner.
Where were you there at night?
Yeah, we went beach during the day, and then we had a hotel, and then we walked around at night. Went to a couple bars.
Are you allowed to walk around I thought the fort was like open during the day for
The
tours.
inside's closed up. You can
walk around the outside.
Okay.
Yeah, you can bring a blanket and go sit down there and finger girls if you want.
All right. So you went down where they used to do the moat.
The moat.
You see the moat area.
Yeah, you can go around the edge. I used to go there all the time. You can go there
it's
and nap
cool.
and hang out.
Especially
but there will
when
be
not a lot of
homeless
people there.
people and.
Yeah, but it's cool when no one's there. You got the whole thing to yourself. It's
Was
nice.
it a weeknight?
No,
Or was it
Sun-
weekend?
Sunday night.
Sunday
Again,
night?
it's
Interesting.
cool for an old man. Like it's not cool to a 22-year-old girl.
Oh, just think of how many cannonballs flew out of this Joker.
Florida's
gotta say
first
Joker.
schoolhouse.
You gotta use old man vernacular
yeah.
like Joker.
Yeah.
And,
You explain what
yeah.
the coquina rock is.
these are little periwinkle shells that over years they collect and the power of the ocean pushes them together.
All right, so
That's God doing.
let's
That's
recap.
God's work right there.
DUI, destruction of public property.
And that was the
private
good story?
property.
No, that's
No,
the bad
no,
story.
that was
That's the
nothing
bad
good.
story.
Well, the good I got away with it.
We
That
got
was
two
good.
bonuses.
You
We got two bonuses.
You
in
injured
there.
your wife's friend.
Yeah.
yeah. In a DUI.
We also got B-Dubs blew the old man's wig off and peed at the fort.
Yeah.
You got two bonus stories.
Yeah.
So
I got more.
So I'm curious about the good one actually. Like, what good one did you find?
I had to think about this. I did do something good. Okay, how about this? You get another fucking bonus too, because this is too short of a story to tell
alright.
very long. I was at the beach 2 weekends ago with my brother, and you know my brother's going through this.
Yeah.
One time he felt good. We went to the beach for the day. Some fucking idiot, gets stuck in the sand. New Smyrna, wheels start
They
turning.
always get stuck
This
there.
fucking girl was like, "We need help. Can you? Hey, help us!" Like, looked at my brother's like, "Hey, help us push." My brother's like, "No, I'm sorry, I can't," because he can't do any physical exertion right now.
Right.
So she goes, rolls her eyes and like walks away. I'm like, "You fucking bitch." So I'm like, "I'll help." I'm like, "I'll push," even though I don't want to do it. Started
All your good stories are like, I did it even though I didn't want to fucking do it for this bitch.
because she was acting like a
Every
bitch. She
time.
rolled her eyes at my brother, so I got pissed
Then
off.
just don't do it.
No, then I'd look like a bigger asshole. So I did it and then spit on her car on the way out.
That's the good story.
That's the good
Yeah, I helped them out. They would have been stuck.
What is happening?
Fuck them. Fuck
I
them.
don't. Where are we at in this?
So spit. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. That's Corona.
So you pushed them out. They
pushed
would have
them
been
out.
stuck. You
And
spit.
And
all
I
over
just
the
got
other.
on the way. I was like, "Phew."
I did get bullied one time at one of these, like before kid. This is like 15 years ago. Me and Crystal went
It's
to
a good
Daytona
thing
Beach.
that I've never seen you get bullied because I would make us fight people
Yeah,
because
well,
I hate it
we were-
when people are doing.
We were
shit like
in the
that.
old blue truck. Remember that one? Drunk in the bear
hers?
sticker.
Oh yeah. Well, that was a GMC Sierra step side.
ICP.
Sir.
Yeah.
That was a great truck.
We were driving on the beach in Daytona, and it was a weekend that there was a ton. It was like spring break. I think we went there for spring break, and we're driving on the beach,
Nice.
and then there
Ooh
was
la la.
there was a whole Jeep full of college age guys and girls, and in the back of this Jeep. And they were doing the thing where and we were stop and go, but every time they went, they'd peel out and spray sand onto our truck.
Wait a minute, they were doing the car equivalent
Yeah,
of
I
the
thought it
comic
was
book
a-
thing.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah,
the comic book thing is the guy on the beach, and then the muscle man comes over and kicks sand on his.
There were that.
This is the car equivalent of the old muscle man comic book thing.
And then, like at first, I thought it was an accident, like it was a stick Jeep, and they were just going in the first too quick.
mean to do it. They just said maybe it's his first day with a manual.
Yeah, but
Let's
after,
continue.
But after
the beach is so lovely.
like a couple dozen times, I realized. and
Couple
then-
dozen.
You know what? Gee Willikers, I've had it.
They were also laughing, and then, and Crystal was like, "They're doing this on purpose to me." But I had to make the
You're a
decision.
pussy.
Yeah. She always does that to me. And then I'm like, "Well, what do you?
Because you're too calm. Because
what
know
do you want me to do? Get
Look.
out and fight a bunch,
hold on,
and then
hold
they're
on.
kicking me on fast.
Throw sand.
I think that's what's gonna happen. And then the bikini girls are in my wife.
What, do
they're all
I
like,
fight?
"Oh."
Do I fight? I don't fight. I can't. I'm little, right? But what I do is I blow the steam off, right? So my wife in the car, the guy's doing the dirt. I may not fight them, and I'm never planning on fighting them, but at least I can turn to her and be like, I'm gonna fucking kill these motherfuckers. At least she knows.
But
And
then
then
when-
she'll try to calm you down, and you want that.
Right.
You're like, okay.
Exactly.
yeah.
Oh,
This guy
that's
knows.
oh,
Reverse
that's
psychology,
fake though.
man.
Is that real? Like I
That's a
am.
real
Life is
thing.
fake.
Life is not. Write that down.
Writing that down.
Yeah.
For business off. Life is fake.
He's not wrong.
But it's like if I act like a piss off, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna
you
do
don't.
it.
No,
No.
she'll ramp you up. She's not gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
Andrea.
no,
She's
no.
gonna be like, do it, kick their ass.
Here's
I know,
what-
I'm out
Crystal.
there.
here's why I'm
She's
wrong.
not going to talk
I
to him
throw
down.
one haymaker, and then they're kicking me.
Yeah, but here's
Oh,
why I'm
you're
wrong.
good at
It has to be
wrestling.
genuine, right?
Then
It
they
has to be
pour beer
genuine.
on you.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be genuine. It has to be genuine. The reason it works with me is because it's genuine anger in my part, and Andrea has to calm me down. I have no intention of getting into a fight. Occasionally, it will go a little too far and scare the shit out of me.
Well, that's why you're angry. You're angry because you want to be angry and do something, but you can't. So it makes you really angry that you actually can't do something about it.
Yeah,
That's
but then I
accurate.
just be calm and just let them blow sand. Just
But
sit
she
there,
hates
just
the
take-
calm
just
because
take
it makes her feel like you. It
Or-
makes her feel like maybe you're oblivious or.
Because I'm not afraid. I'll get out.
I know you're not
But
afraid.
I'll get out there and be like, if everybody wants this to happen, let me fight now. Like, then
But he
stretch
gets
out
too
my neck.
serious
Winded. I'm like, and then
no, but you
Oh,
kill
that'd be
somebody
so
because you're too
sad.
serious. You're
No.
like, okay, guys, it did get to a point where we are going to fight.
I don't
and
huffing
now
and
I have to
puffing in the
fucking
sand.
kill somebody.
No, but that's bullshit. I don't stand a chance against 25-year-olds.
Well, you
They'll
gotta
just
get-
be kicking me on the floor. Then
You
I'm like,
calm
oh.
out and be like, don't be a pussy. One at a time. One at a time.
No, but I
One
never
at a
do that.
time.
Dojo rules.
You do that move where I'm.
No kicking in my nuts. No eye poking. You just go over the whole rules.
I
before
get
you fight.
a salad, and then their friend sucker punches
you have
me.
to
And
think
then,
smart. You grab a handful of sand.
Oh, yeah, throw it in their
And
eyes.
you go walk up after you're throwing a punch and you like wizard.
Wow,
throw
this
sand.
guy.
Like a wizard.
I did that when I was a little kid to a big bully.
Is
and
that
that
a
worked.
movie? Is that a movie?
That works. I did it before.
Also,
I believe him.
I feel like
I
that's-
got thrown on the ground. My big bully. As I fell, I grabbed the handful of sand and went, oh. And he went, his eyes, he goes, ah. And he
That's
ran
I have
out.
to believe it.
My
That
dad,
doesn't
my
work.
dad
That's a
saw
fucking fighter.
my dad saw the whole thing, and he's like,
That
"You did
doesn't
a
work.
good job, Seth."
You know what? For
No.
a kid that shits his underpants, you got the fucking goods on the dirt throw.
That's in a cartoon. No one gets dirt thrown in their face. I'm like, oh, okay.
Bullshit.
This guy's a professional
telling
fighter.
you,
I have to believe him.
Like I throw some sand at a 25-year-old drunk guy that has got a ICB tattoo, and there's his shit face. He's just gonna be like, "Fuck!" And they immediately start punching. I start holding his friends sucker punch me, and then I do that move where I fall down. My arms are stiff, and then they're kicking me. My
like
arms are
that.
stiff, and then you know
that's the
how
cool.
uncool you look when you're
Statue of
on.
Liberty.
Yeah.
What happened though? You
They
didn't finish.
seized up.
And then the guy is punching your unconscious face, and you're stiff. You look stupid.
What
That's what happens.
No, but so what happened in this case? So these guys.
I
are-
just let him do it the whole beach.
That's not the ending I
The
wanted.
whole beach, I
That's your
let him-
fucking ending.
Yeah.
And then what did Crystal say?
Crystal's giving the middle fingers. I'm like, stop. I'm like, because you're just making him
telling
do
her-
it more.
You're telling her to stop. It's switched.
That's what they want.
You're telling
They
her to
just keep
stop.
doing it. But I'm like,
Jesus, dude.
now you're giving them but that's what they want.
You're
Like,
such a, no, they don't want. You're such a simp.
You're telling her to stop, and she's like, "Fuck,
Fuck
you,
you."
motherfucker!"
yeah, but it's causing it worse. They're doing it more and more now. Where now it's like they're digging themselves low. Like your whole sand is on the front of my truck. I don't want
They're
you have
burying your truck.
Do you have like a can? Do you have
What
like a
do you
can?
want? You want me to get out? Fight? I'll fight. I'll fight anybody. But
it
I'll
gets
get
too
beat up.
serious.
I've done the math. 5 against 1. They're gonna start punching
I'm
me.
sure other people on the beach might have joined, and then the
No,
cop-
they want the world star. They'll just film it. Like,
That's true.
And if
that's
there's
true.
cops there, they would see that they started it, and they would get in trouble. At least they get in
That's
trouble.
the funny
Cops.
So yeah, well, okay.
No
So
cops? I don't know.
well, what good does that do? Like, they're getting arrested. My hands are they're punching unconscious
Well,
face.
it's risk versus
My-
reward. I don't know.
My hands are straight up in the air. Anyway.
You're not supposed to sit and do nothing.
Okay, I'm on Seth's team, but this is too
But
funny.
if I gotta do something, I want to go all the way. That's the thing I tell my wife. Where she's like, these teens are being too loud in the movie theater. Tell them to go shut up.
Oh, yeah. I do this, but I act like it's coming from somebody else. I do that all the time. I'm like,
Yeah, but
Well,
So it
you
looks like
can
it came from-
fight. You
but
fought
I
Bob
don't like
Sapp.
confrontation. I
No
don't
one
like
scares
confrontation
you.
either.
No,
though.
Andrea will
You
straight
can
up
fight
just,
all those people at once and beat them all.
Andrea will
Yeah.
push me and tell me to shut up, like the time I told the guy to get the fuck out of the Carrabba's.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Nice.
She'll get really mad at me 'cause
I-
I go in hard, real hard.
See, I always because Daniel. I've seen. Daniel,
I don't like it with disrespect. I have no tolerance for that.
I've seen Daniel tell someone to fuck off, and then I thought it was going to escalate to a fight, and they got scared and fucked off. And
well,
then
I'm not trying
sometimes
to
it
scare
works.
them, but I don't like it when they get over on me. I'm like, fuck you, no.
I always assume it's going to escalate to punches, and that's why I'm trying to de-escalate
Well,
from the start.
you're
Like,
probably smarter.
if I tell them like fuck off, I assume they're going to be like, "Oh fuck you," and then it's going to get into.
Sometimes they do.
and then arm stiff.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes they do.
Or
Like the
there
guy
are-
told him to pick up the trash. That motherfucker was gonna kill me.
Or it's like one lucky punch, I know, like
Yeah.
kill a teen by accident.
Yeah.
You know, then I'm in
You're
jail. I'm
right.
like,
You're
I'm in
smarter.
jail. It was just sand on my truck.
No, you're right.
Anyway.
Should we take a break? Did we get
He
the
didn't
good
get
stuff?
to the good yet.
Yeah, this is all good.
Do you want to pause and
Hold
not
on, I
give-
thought the good was you let the guy push
Oh,
the car
yeah,
out.
it was good.
There it is.
It wasn't my longest. Sorry, I haven't.
thought all you-
I mean, this is a limited supply of goods, so why don't we say then my next
Yeah,
thing?
Okay.
yeah.
All
Just
right.
we'll have to
All right.
re-edit the song. It's just bad.
I like that. You
All
fell into the good. Name of the band is Anti-Flag. The name of the song, The Fight of Our Lives. Here we go. 1-844-TOMNDAN. We'll be right back.
At the end of the road, there's a crowd of people left with nowhere to go. And I get so sick at the sight, it keeps me up at night. Under my skin, feed the racket, take it all away from him.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. Dan,
Tom.
Samantha, and Seth are here. And, yeah, that is... That's Flatliners. What do you want to do now? You want to do like a little dump them out?
Let's do some dump them out, some voicemails, and the show. Yeah.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I wanna see your topics. Ooh, I wanna also see your bottomics.
Dump them out brought to you by thedangerbrain.com. They're our branding agency. If you need a branding agency to not only maybe redo your brand you have currently, make it look better, or
And
maybe
refresh it.
come up with a brand for your company, small business. They're great at it. We've used them for damn near 15 years now. You know, I forgot when we started.
Stop saying that.
It's,
I mean,
you
like,
know,
it's good to say that and all, but I
2000
don't. It makes me old fucks.
End of 09, and when you started, you
Yeah.
know, we first started using Danger Brain. They've done all our logos.
I met Sebastian in the lobby of iHeartMedia when he was up there to meet with Crash.
yeah.
Remember Crash?
Yep.
On the
yeah, yeah.
radio?
He's still on the radio.
Yeah, we got to get that guy in here to talk about his ordeal with his arm and.
Oh, yeah. That was a fight.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking
Wow.
of fights,
Fight of his life, man.
Jesus, who gets in a goddamn knife fight these days?
Yeah.
What?
well, he
Was it
almost
knife
died
He almost died.
because he punched someone, and then the guy's tooth cut his hand.
He is a lovely human, too. Just a good dude.
And
Got infected?
It got infected.
Yeah.
From a
and-
tooth?
And then he
From a
ended
tooth.
up getting.
Teeth are nasty.
Like,
Mouths are
And then he
nasty.
started getting complications.
He started getting
and-
sepsis, a blood infection.
Holy
Almost
crap.
lost his arm. Like it got horrible.
Yeah.
Like
But he's
Did
a
not
good dude,
clean it
too.
afterwards?
No,
just
it's
ran,
just-
dude,
it-
it's random shit.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the thing about fist fighting as an
Yeah,
adult. It's
ties
like
right
random
in.
shit
Ties
happens. Like
right in.
you could have, imagine if he died or lost his arm from
Yeah.
punching someone.
Should have
Not worth it.
Should have thrown sand in his eyes.
yeah. Easy for you to
Couldn't
say.
get that out.
Yeah.
I think if he threw sand in my face, I wouldn't be like. I would just be like.
Not, like if it's wet sand, it's
You
not going to
kidding
be okay. If we just
You ever
look
get
at
just one little thing in your eye and you're like,
let's
One-
myth
Yeah, but
bust it.
in
If it's
a-
wet sand, it's going to be a clump, more of
Oh,
a
no,
clump
you gotta
with
be
little
dry.
pieces. If it's dry sand, it would have to be more dry.
It has to be. Of course, it has to be dry.
But
Sand.
also, my adrenaline. I'm in a fight scenario, so I feel like if I got sand in my eye, if I'm watching I Am Groot, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna get this out. But if I'm in a fight, I'm gonna be like, no, I'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
it's not gonna blind me until you get the advantage. I don't know.
It blinds you.
Stupid.
Team no sand over here. I'm sorry, Seth.
TheDangerBrain.com.
Yeah, dangerbrain.com.
So what do we got first?
Oh.
We got Antonio Brown list.
Oh, God, I can do it fast, too. It's huge, though. This is some guy on Reddit compiled a list of every crazy thing Antonio Brown has done in his career until today. Like, from beginning of career until today.
Okay, follow me
It's
here.
huge.
Before we start talking about all the crazy shit he's done, he's still talented enough
I don't know anymore.
to be
I
a
haven't
wide
seen him
receiver in the NFL,
haven't
right?
seen him catch
gotta be.
a ball in 5 years.
Yeah, but neither have I, but you think that with all the talent he did have, at one time he was the best wide receiver in the NFL, or considered the best.
I didn't know he was.
And, is the whole thing with the Tampa and him walking off the field and quitting. And
Do you want me to
all
give
this
it
shit.
to you like super
Okay,
fast?
all right,
Okay. Kicked out of Florida International University after fighting a security guard. Don't touch me. I'm the franchise. His second year in the league, he took a personal stretch limo to a charity event, had them open every single expensive bottle of wine, rejected it, refused to pay for it, charity, remember, then left. Threw fits over not getting enough targets, drove 100 down McKnight Road in Pittsburgh, which has a 45-mile-per-hour speed limit, trashed a condo, and threw furniture out of a 14th-story window, which almost hit people and killed a child, killed a home aquarium full of piranhas and refused to pay the man who installed the tank, refused to play Week 17 for the Steelers, dyed his mustache blonde, refused to pay a chef because he thought he threatened him by placing a fish head in the freezer. The fish was actually going to be made into a soup later, farted on a doctor, demanded a trade from the Steelers, became Mr. Big Chest, threw a fit over jiu-jitsu winning jiu-jitsu. Threw a fit over Juju. Remember when he was fighting with Juju?
Oh, yeah.
Threw a fit over Juju winning MVP and trashed him on social media. Allegedly nixed a trade that would have sent him to the Bills. Showed up to the Raiders trading. He goes on. This is when he showed up in the hot air balloon.
Air balloon, froze his feet.
300, 500, 600 different. It just goes crazy.
Culminating to walking off the field and quitting during a national football game, which is I've never seen. And you could make the argument that he's going to be one of the most infamous wide receivers of all time because of all the crazy shit. And what was happening in Pittsburgh, like, he's been crazy the whole time, right? So, but they hit it pretty well because you never heard
the whole time.
You never heard about this, at least in the national media, until he started transferring. Like, you got the Raiders and he's freezing his feet. You're like, what's happening?
That's a lot of CTE stuff too, though.
No, that's a bullshit
cop out. I don't think he's been hit much.
That's a bullshit cop out that I think they're using now. Like, they're like, oh, this is CTE. Like, and like, no, I think he's been crazy the whole time. This guy has been crazy the whole time.
Like,
it could make it worse, but he didn't just get punched.
Is it crazy, or is he just a dickhead? A look at me dickhead? You know what I mean?
Both. I mean, you could be both.
You can be both.
He probably has.
Because you could be crazy and not be a dickhead. Gary Busey. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I know that's from a motorcycle accident, but the guy, everybody's like, this guy's a lunatic. He's crazy, but I don't think he's harmless. He ain't gonna hurt you. He's not mean spirited. I don't think he's mean. He might be. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, when I look at that guy, I'm like, oh, he's had some mental issues, but he's not gonna do weird things that you're like, what the fuck are you doing? He's just weird and kind of
now, I
eccentric.
Guess beyond quitting on his team that one time, like, all his teammates don't seem like they don't really have anything bad to say about him.
He lived
like,
with Brady, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, like a lot of like the people he played with, like the organization,
which is also on the list because it's crazy. I mean, it's like, why would you have that guy live
It seems like he's more anti-organization than he is like fucking with the players. You know, like the players all like him. The organizations are mad because he's doing all this outlandish shit, and they're mad that he's doing it.
Well,
the NFL, all the teams he played for.
Here's my question to you guys: a lot of wide receivers and like running backs, like people of like in those like top tier positions in the NFL. They have a weird look to them. Like they're almost like they all have like nose rings and they all have like piercings, and it's like they're
divas because
they're like overly
they're
eccentric.
the superstars.
Yeah, it's like weird, like where you see them have like septums and like it's. Like there's I don't know what I'm even trying to explain here. It's almost like they have a swagger that I'm like, what is that? Why?
Dude, that started with like Deion Sanders and stuff.
But
like,
it's different now. Like when you see them, they almost look bizarre. It is diva is the perfect word for it. It's almost like there's like
well, because you're the superstar.
Yeah.
You're the person that's getting all the attention. You're the star wide receiver. You're the Odell Beckham. You bleach your hair blonde, and you're the guy who caught the unbelievable pass with one arm.
They're just like flashy, I guess. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's the quarterbacks, the wide receivers. I mean,
I like it. I think it's cool that they look, like almost like punk rock. I don't know. It's weird. They like hybrid their way into like looking super unique, and I think that's kind of neat.
Well, since we're already talking about football, and I got to ask Seth a question because he's the closest.
I know nothing about football.
Did you? You
played for the Orlando Predators, just like me.
Played a Predator? No, I didn't.
Did you want to be a pro football player? Did you want to be?
Yeah.
Did you want to be a pro football guy?
I mean, there's
it crossed your mind, right? When you're fat.
When I was football big, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you'll
never admit it. What position?
You never admit it.
I was an all-state center.
You were the
All
center?
All state, yeah. In high school, yeah. But I also played linebacker. When I went to college, I was going to play linebacker.
Yeah, but it's small for a center.
Oh, yeah, I was real small, but I was mean, aggressive.
Oh,
I was 245, 250 pounds as a high schooler, 6 foot, 245 pounds. So
That's good, yeah. For high school.
For high school, yeah. But yeah, when I went to college, it was going to be a linebacker.
So,
the chat room says he was fat.
So to continue,
they're just trying to get at you.
with just the NFL talk. The first episode of Hard Knocks came out, right?
Yeah, I heard it's really good this year.
It is, but I have a couple questions. So Dan Campbell's the coach of the Detroit Lions, and he's a former player, and all his staff are former players, right? So it's like a really like former player heavy organization.
Okay.
And so in the entire first episode, like. It seems like he's big about giving these long, dramatic speeches where he gets so passionate he starts crying at the end, which I want to talk to you about. Because
everybody's crying lately. You got that CEO on LinkedIn. You got coaches on Hard Knocks.
But
stop crying.
But what they're doing is they're doing the over-emotional, like I'm super passionate and I'm so passionate they just start breaking down crying, which is weird.
I think you should only cry. I think you should only cry if you save your family from something, and you live to stand there, and then you're allowed to cry.
I cried before every fight I had.
Before?
Professionally, right before.
What are you crying about?
As I was about to enter the ring, I was backstage.
You shouldn't be crying.
You gotta be tough. It's not a sad cry. It's an emotion. It's literally, I don't know how to describe it. It's
I know that's what's happening.
I'm about to walk out.
You look like you're about to cry right now.
Tear in my eye.
Are you gonna cry right now?
No.
A little bit? So then it's happening to Dan Campbell. It's happening to the running back. He gives a speech. He starts crying, and then it's like, stop crying. Like it's just, and then I'm wondering if the other, like, does that work? And this is my question for Seth.
Oh yeah, it'll fire people up, man. That's all emotion.
I don't know. I lost some of the fights.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like he.
And then I really cried.
Well, Seth got so emotional. Like, but I feel at that level. Where do you need to get that emotionally passionate about what you're doing? Is that going to make a difference in the play?
Yeah, and it'll make a difference in the players that are seeing that, because then that emotion, you feed off that emotion for sure.
Yeah, but then it's like you go out, run your route, you do your.
You don't understand this because you're not emotional. If you were emotional and like he fired you up, giving you some emotional speech, you'd feed off of that. Like if you came in one day and spoke my language, if you're like, I'll tell you what, Daniel. We're the best goddamn podcasters out there. We're going to be the funny and we're going to do it. Come here, buddy. Give me a hug. And I'd probably think you're nuts.
yeah.
But it would be my language, yo. I'd be like, yeah, let's go.
Now hyping
oh my God, I said it naturally. See, it worked.
But hyping someone up for like an entertainment show, I'm talking about like the highest level, like even fighting or football.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it doesn't seem like
so you're already belittling what we do. You're like, well, I'm not talking about like that little small potatoes. I'm talking about the top tier.
Well, because I'm talking about in the ultimate sport. Like I just feel like they're giving their all at all times, every play, and they're fighting.
Everyone's human. Everyone has their down times and not feeling like themselves, and they need that pep, that pickup. I guess I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
but it didn't. Obviously,
I know in my. I mean, this was a lower level. This was high school and college. But when that coach did it to me, I got hyped up, and it made me like want to. At least for the first like 5 minutes, and then it kind of like.
Well, you and I are,
go back into the regular game,
but still,
you and I are sensitive, right? Like, so that stuff works. Like when my soccer coach would, tell me things, even like on the Peloton, there are times when I'm riding that thing, and if the person is like telling me something that I feel like they'll like, you got this, you can totally fucking do this, and they curse and stuff on there, which I do like.
During the exercise, I'm the opposite. I'm gonna be like, shut the fuck up, let me do my thing. But beforehand, it hypes me up.
That's
during,
like,
I hate it.
During an exercise, someone pushing you beyond what you thought you want to quit, like that's different. But so, like for instance, there's always the cliche of the one football player giving the speech and all the other football players are around and they're hyping up, they're jumping around, they're like, let's do this, we're gonna be Ray Lewis was huge about this, and then everybody's like, yeah,
people get chosen to give the speech.
Now this is before they get, they're like, yeah, and then they walk to the sidelines, they're drinking and then there's like a half an hour before they get in the game, like how much, like if you're Braveheart and you're like, run at them, kill them, right, but it's like you go to the side with your All right.
No, I
half
think-
an hour.
I think
you're
gotta-
waiting through the national anthem. You're like, you're not hyped up anymore.
I don't think
So it
you're
doesn't-
understanding the purpose of it.
All right.
I don't think it's to get them hyped up.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's like when they're doing it, it's to show your commitment. Like, what are we going to do when we get out there?
Oh, okay.
So when they're all hyping up,
But
Like,
can
I don't
I
think
not
they're-
be involved in that? Can I just be like, I know what to do?
no, But if you did that, I'd be like, well, this guy doesn't fucking care. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I will care
No.
on the field. I'll do my assignment.
No, prove it to me. You got to do what?
I have to jump in the
Yes.
thing and be hyped up.
Yes.
I promise I'm hyped up.
No.
Like I made it here.
No, you got to do the thing.
And speaking of that,
Or I'll
another
forever question your commitment.
another thing that I hate that has become a tradition is they make the rookies do the song, the stupid dance, or whatever the fuck.
Now that I hate.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so
Explain to someone who's never watched this.
Well, they do this with a lot of things, not
They
just
do this
sports.
on all
but like,
teams,
they
though.
do this on the crab boats in Deadliest
the
Catch.
greenhorns.
The greenhorns, yeah. They're going to belittle the new guy.
yeah. But in Deadliest Catch, it's like, take this crushed up oxycontin. Because
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah,
And
and then-
fentanyl in there.
Yeah, then chase it by eating the squid dick.
But so in these training camps, all the rookies
so
that
it's like
come in,
hazing, right?
it's
Yes.
it's a light hazing because they just make
It's a sprinkling.
instead of whipping them or anything, they just make them get up in front of the whole team and sing a song,
Yeah.
do some sort of talent.
Do they get
show.
to pick the song?
Yeah,
that's fine.
they're just like, yeah, you get to do whatever. And then and they did it with
That's what I would do.
You know, the first round draft pick this year, Hutchinson, I believe.
They do this every year?
When all teams
Oh,
do
so
it.
everybody's expecting it.
Yeah, no,
so you
no,
can practice before, and it's
But,
fine.
but it's also like this guy.
They do it at Orlando City, too, because you and I saw it.
It's just this guy got a $23 million signing bonus, and he's a number one draft pick. He's like,
Lord.
I'd just be like, I'll do my. I don't need to sing. It's just like, I will.
Fuck that. You give me $23 million, I'll sing whatever the hell you want.
No, but it's just like, why are we even doing this?
Because
Like-
it proves to the other guys that aren't getting $20 million that you're just
you
like
can
them.
humble yourself.
Yeah, because if you go, I get $20 million, then what you're doing is you're not part of the team. You're an individual, and who wants you? I don't want you on my team.
There's a psychology behind it. It's the same shit behind like getting in boot camp. It brings you together, brings you down.
You want to be part
I
of the
just know,
team.
what are we gonna do? so
I know.
I'll run fast. Anyway, the last thing is now the new NFL protocol has all the players wearing this extra padding thing on their helmet. Have you seen
I
this?
saw
Yeah.
that.
It's funny.
I didn't like it.
It's really funny.
It looks funny, but it's
And,
smart, I guess.
and it's for to like not only does it track your collisions, it helps with concussions in training, which
real time Sirius XM traffic on it.
yeah. And all the players, you could tell they hate it, even though they go through this thing where the coach is like, "This is if it's it makes anybody just 2% safer, I'm for it." But you could tell they all mad
Yeah.
they have to wear this dumb shit. So because it's still part of the pendulum swing toward safety.
Yeah,
and,
they're figuring it out, man. They're trying.
and brain safety and stuff because NFL has had such a horrible track record. My thing is though, so now everybody's wearing these extra helmets and
They're
stuff.
big and brown too, right? They're all brown.
When do we get to the point? Because the NFL will do anything that society tells them to do. We've seen this, right? It's like Black Lives Matter, like no kneeling, and then there's change, like kneel, Black Lives Matter,
Put it on
big.
the stadium. Yeah.
Put it on the stadium.
everywhere.
Pandering.
Yeah.
Go to
We're all
blackface.
kneel-
Wait, pull back. Don't go blackface. That's too much.
Well, I'll kneel. Jerry Jones, get over here. It's like, it's so transparent that they only care about money. That's what it is. So my thing is, when does the pendulum get to where the guy with like the fans sitting at home, they're like, well, fuck these guys' brains. I got diabetes. Like they're like, they know what they signed up for. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we will get to a point.
I am at
where,
that point.
where the fan is like,
they're
well,
firefighters.
Well, yeah, it's like they know the risk of this, and
I'm
they
that
took
guy.
it. So
I'm that guy now. I do it with soccer. I mean, I do it with every sport, right? I mean,
Yeah,
like.
I think we get to the point where like, well, I'm in bad health. Fuck these guys, they're millionaires.
Yeah.
Like, I think it'll get to that point and then swing back to
Yeah.
where they're like, no more of the pads on the helmets and shit.
I think a lot of people would agree with you. I
Anyway.
think most people hearing that would be like, I'm there.
So what else are we going to talk? Oh, Tommy Lee's ding dong.
Yeah, come on, Tommy Lee. I've been
I
scrolling
heard about
through
it, but I didn't get to
Instagram.
see it though.
I have it on my
Oh, I
phone.
want to see.
Well, I'll show you. I mean, you guys look very similar.
You've
Yeah.
seen Tommy Lee's ding dong.
You've seen
he's got Jupiter.
the video.
Just my Saturn.
Oh, let's
Hey, come
compare.
here.
I still got Seth's
His is
dick
bigger.
pic on there.
It's
No.
very similar, though.
He's like, where is it? It's the whole thing. It's the whole picture.
I thought he was on a toilet with
Yeah,
it.
it's very.
Kinda
He's getting in like a
like a tub,
tub.
He's
I
doing-
think.
it's really, really
By the
fluffed
way,
up
who's
and
like
pointed down.
60
It's
years
thick,
old and
it's
takes
thick.
tub baths? Jesus Christ, Tommy Lee. But I'm scrolling through Instagram, and then Maisie's standing right there. She's like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, God.
Did
nude
you know-
man.
It looks so big
No,
'cause
I
he's
don't know. We didn't
skinny.
talk about it. I took your advice. Finally, I did something that you
Okay.
would want me to do, and I didn't over-explain. I didn't even go to it.
Well, follow me here, though, because the only penis she's seen is yours.
I can't confirm that.
Oh, my
And
God.
come on, go stop. And
That's funny.
and your penis has some weirdo skin dripping off the end of it.
God
dripping.
damn, this motherfucker.
No, but
He's been waiting all show to
No.
say that shit's dripping off my penis.
no,
You're a mean person.
I'm just,
You're mean.
I'm
And
going
you're
by
not
logic.
a team player.
My
The
sons
chat room
have it. My
doesn't think you're a
sons
team
have it.
player.
So what I'm saying is that
We're more alike than we are different, man.
no, but they might like if my son saw Tommy Lee's penis, they wouldn't know what the hell it is.
Well, they've seen yours.
You know, I guess well,
They're like,
Wow.
guys, yours isn't that big.
Damn, Sam coming at you with the penis logic.
you're right. I forget. Yeah, yes.
You forgot that you are circumcised.
Yeah.
Why am I telling you you're circumcised?
Because you've seen more penises than we have.
That's true.
So
And that's
I
not
don't
a
know.
diss.
I've seen a lot. A lot,
porno.
a lot.
Actually, you know
My
what? Because
friends all
of
got
porno,
nude.
I've seen the most penises.
They got joke nude, not Weinstein nude. I have to preface that.
Yeah, that's
anyway,
what he said too.
You're right. My sons would know because they've seen mine, but would Maisie
Still
know?
doesn't look the same.
She knew it was a naked man.
She did,
She's like, he's naked.
but she's never seen the head. It's just the skin.
Jesus
Here's what's saving
I don't
me.
Stop.
I'm gonna throw up.
Bad.
Let's cut this out.
Even I'm getting,
Why did you go there?
Turn off Twitch.
I'm getting kind of creeped out.
Here's what's saving me.
Seth's getting creeped
Yeah.
out. Now we got a problem.
Here's what's
No.
saving me. No, because it's like, it wasn't a sexual photo.
No.
It's a naked man photo that I would very
well,
much.
he chubbed it a little.
Well, I'd very
he
much
100.
had
I think that's
appreciated
what it's like.
I would appreciate it if he hadn't have posted it. I'll tell you that.
right. Well, it was
But-
unsolicited dick pic. Now you
Correct.
know what it's like being a woman.
I do, but what I will say is that it was like
I know exactly what it's like.
I just
Just
I,
on that.
Hashtag me too.
I just went over it and we never went back to it. And I don't think it's a thing because I don't think she understands that that's how it works. Like I don't think she understands that people put stuff like that on the internet. Nothing. You know what I mean? Like there's no context there. There's nothing
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So that helps me, and it will never be
What
addressed.
was the actual story though with him? He did an accident and then deleted it
He
real
didn't
fast?
do it.
He
as
didn't
an
do it.
Well, okay,
accident.
not on accident.
He didn't
is what
do
I
that
meant.
shit
That's
as
what
an
I meant.
accident.
But then he just
and
took
it was
right off?
left up like for 12 hours.
Yeah.
You're allowed to do that? On
No,
Instagram?
you're not. That's why everyone's like, why the fuck was his
okay,
picture up
okay.
there for so long?
Well, the algorithm
and we get
couldn't understand
Zuckerberg
what it was.
sucks us when we say like the word men are trash, and you get booted for 24 hours.
The AI of the internet has been deleting tiny elevator button dicks for years, and then you say,
Not this
"Hey,
thing. It didn't recognize
You
it.
know,
Yeah,
it
sorry.
trained itself.
Thought it was an elephant trunk.
It's looking for a hair nest with a mushroom on it. And it doesn't even understand what this is. They're
Exactly.
like, this must be an arm or whatever. It can't be a penis.
You
I've
want the
learned
proof? You want the
computer-
proof? Look at Asian porn.
Yeah, yeah.
All the dicks and bushes are blurred. All blurred.
And that's the majority because there are more people on the internet.
Exactly.
So the AI just learns that.
Yep.
Anyway, you want to do a couple
Voicemails? Let's do it,
Voicemails and we'll get out of here.
do you know we never do voicemails ever?
On this show, yeah.
We never do them, and they just pile up. So I have this folder, just tons of them. Let's try this one right here.
Hey, Tom, Dan, and Sam. It's Mike B from the Owner Radio Show, and I had a little question for our good buddy Tom today. Tom, if they brought you a button, and by pressing the button, you would get back your dad and your brother Timmy, but it would mean you never had Tommy or Max,
Dude, this is a
would
fucked
you press that
question.
button? Would you, Tom?
No. Easy.
There you go.
All right.
Answer the
Ask
question.
me a hard hypothetical. That's an easy one. because I've already thought about this. You know what it is? But I thought about this when I was super high about
Well, it's also like you've made peace with what's happened, and
Correct.
you want to see your boys grow.
And what's real is what's real.
No,
But I bet
easy
you-
choice.
Although, you know what? Let me not speak for Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah.
What I
This
thought of,
explanation is going to be so fucked up, man. Oh, buddy, I'm just warming myself up.
I
here.
thought in my high mind one time, I was like, well, imagine if like I could time travel, right? And you time travel back to 1999. All right, that was the my height. I was 18 years old.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
And then, I could get rich because I know what happened. I could, I'd make an insane amount of money in Bitcoin, all the, Amazon. I'd be insanely rich, more than my wildest dreams.
I've always thought about how fun it would be to navigate a space I'm familiar with. Like I'd have all these memories to use. It'd be like knowing you'd be so good at it. Oh God, it'd be so fun.
Having the experience of the past 20 years and that not only the life experience, but knowing what's going to happen, you'd be insanely rich.
And I go really fucked up where I'm like anticipating getting blowjobs from girlfriends I had because I'd be living it again. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh shit, I forgot about her. Yes, we did.
And then this is how crazy it gets. Then I'm like, well, I'd make babies with Crystal to have my son, because now if I reverse, they wouldn't exist.
Oh, right. Yeah, so you'd fuck it all up.
But here's the thing: it wouldn't be Max and Tommy.
Well, you have to time at the exact same time.
It's impossible. I don't even know I don't even know.
Who knows if you would even have kids? Your whole life would be different.
When I'm at the pediatrician,
it would be worth it, dude. You'd be rich.
No, not worth it. Never.
Yeah. Well, I don't have kids, so I don't know. I'm just thinking about all the kids I teach in karate.
Nothing worth it. Nothing worth not being with my sons.
You would agree with him. 100%. As sentimental and emotional as I know you are.
Yeah, but millions and millions and millions.
I thought I've looked at it.
That's a funny thing to say, but man,
I've done it with cutting my leg off. I've weighed out everything. And then I've come to the realization not worth it at the end. You know what I'm saying? And my brother and dad are already dead, so I know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
There's the logic. Ouch.
I don't know what it feels like to lose my sons.
Correct.
Whatever, significantly amount worse.
Yeah, I agree. Even thinking about it, I don't even like the thought of it. All right. Let's try this one.
Hey gang, it's Zach from Ohio. So we know people refer to celebrity chefs as chef in their last name quite often. But if you had a friend who was a chef, you wouldn't do that. You'd just call them Barry or whatever the fuck their name was. The same goes with an actual doctor, a medical doctor. You don't call them doctor. That's just like a thing that you do respectfully at the office. I thought it was funny in high school. I went to a Christian high school. We had a couple teachers who had a doctorate in Christian theology, and we had to call them doctor followed by their last name, and I always thought that was kind of stupid.
That's big in religious. Like I grew up in the church, and even at our church, there were in the Methodist faith, you have a council of people that decide which preacher will come to different churches. And we'd end up getting a new guy coming from the council decided, and if he was a doctor, you'd be, Dr. Jenkins is our new minister, and they'd go by Dr. Jenkins or whatever, and like that's just a made up name. And I always thought it was dumb because I'm like, you're a doctor of lies.
My actual doctor friends, though, I call him doctor out of the office. Like I have two doctors that train me at the dojo, and I call him Dr. Jason.
Do your pupils call you sensei out of the dojo?
Some do, some don't.
Does Traci call you sensei?
This is actually funny.
Yeah!
Is it funny?
Don't make her call you sensei in bed. That's disrespectful.
No, not there.
She's kicking
in the
your balls
dojo, I am very humble where I don't give a crap about that, but...
Yes, you strike me as a
the guy that drives a tampon car is humble.
You just blew Tomadi's hair off.
I can't believe you said I'm very humble.
I am.
I'm the most humble.
I'm extravagant when it comes to like...
Extravagant?
When it comes to like... But I'm humble, and I don't go around bragging, I'm the guy that did this, I'm this guy. I never do that, ever. When have you ever known me to
You're
be that
extravagant, Petrozelli.
But I don't go around saying I'm this, I'm that. One or two or maybe 5 times to get in the club. I'm like, I'm stuck when I'm drunk.
Do you know who I am?
Do you know that's drunken times
Also,
sometimes.
You don't have to say it. Your car said it for you. The blood splatter.
But anyway,
the Airbus helmet's got a gorilla on it.
The
novelty plates.
My instructor, my sensei, and his wife, she's a sensei, he's a sensei. Inside the dojo, they're always like, Sensei, they say that in the dojo because it's what they want their students to call them, and it's a show of respect.
Sure.
But there's no difference, and there's no female version of sensei.
Like witches and warlocks. I gotta have something different. I can't have girls.
There's a waiter and a waitress.
A girl is a sensei.
We're getting rid of genders. Didn't you guys know this?
No, I'm bringing them back.
Japanese are way ahead of the game.
A stewardess.
Yeah,
you don't say that anymore.
Masseuse.
Fucking sister-in-law is a flight attendant. How do you not know that?
I like that. Excuse me, stewardess. Another Johnny Walker. This flight's really grinding my nerves.
Hey, sugar tits. Let me get another drink.
And you just gently pat them in the bottom.
Exactly. Why don't you loosen that button, you know?
You did a good job. Sorry.
So last week,
You don't look good in an underwire. Your tits are too small. Oh.
she
I don't
was
know why I said, oh.
sitting on the ground, and she's like, "Hey, Seth." And I heard her, and everyone saw that I heard her, and I just looked away, and I just kept doing something in the dojo. She's like, "Oh, sensei," and then I looked, and I actually acknowledged that she's
Fucked up, dude.
Very
That's
humble.
fucked up. That's fucked
I
up.
didn't want to be like, "Call me sensei." I was just like, I acted like I did, and then when she said it, it's like, okay. And then afterwards, I was like,
Now you get
just
it.
in the dojo,
Lesson learned.
just in the dojo.
Now I don't have to hit you.
No, I do use her as a demonstration person a lot in the dojo.
You make her an example of.
No, I'm like, if I'm showing a takedown
you
or a
flip her
throw,
around?
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, you okay? She's like, yeah, go ahead. And I'm like, I'm like, are you okay?
Throw
She's
her
like,
through a
I was
table.
like,
I've seen the videos. It ends poorly.
Hey, would you do that nude for like money? If Tom and I requested
Yeah,
that
when
you
we-
guys
when we
do,
find- when we-
I want naked hip tosses.
We're eventually going to get to BDM Infinity.
Yeah.
And when we have our get together.
When we have our parties, there's naked karate
well,
demonstrations.
it would, it was
well,
gonna
at
be
least that's what I want.
Yeah. I mean, it's we're gonna have to pay you a lot,
Yeah.
but it's a lot to be a BDM Infinity. So
You have on one black mask like Madonna, like where it's just a black strip,
black
like you
strip,
look like
yeah.
a hamburglar. You have one on, and
Yeah.
Tracy has one on.
Yeah, well, we can
that's
easily
sexy.
tell, yeah.
Because that's sexy. But there's eye holes
interesting.
cut out so you can see what you're doing, and you do naked hip tosses at our, and then we have like assorted meats and cheeses on tables.
you can come
Yeah.
in through the kitchen.
Yeah.
I know that's
You come out like you come out like the dancers at Tutu Tango. You come in through the kitchen, and then you do some naked hip tosses while we're walking around in our robes with our bird masks on, like looking at each other and like cheersing our daggers.
I don't know how we got to this point. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
That's how we get rich.
Yeah.
And
BDM
I'm
Infinity.
so close.
Yeah, then we start the branding, genital branding.
No.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Right on the top of the pepis.
Yeah. Well, no, I was thinking you go inside the uterus.
Oh, okay.
You don't want it on the outside. Too easy to spot. They'll shut us down.
So, Seth, your dojo. Why do you look like that?
Because I got confused of how we got to this point.
You have all
This
the
is weird.
stories.
I'm not discussing this. I was confused how we
We're
got to.
making things up. Your stories are real.
Yeah, these are fantasies of ours. It's real.
That's right.
Anyway, so how do people become a part of your dojo? What do they do? They go online. They fill out a form.
Yeah, they fill out a form.
You have to go.
They have to apply for the koozie.
Where do I get the koozie?
Yeah. No. you'll
Is it
get
a free koozie if you just drop by, or do you have to sign up?
You have to. No, there's a trial class. There's a trial
God,
class.
I gotta sit through the presentation.
No, not the presentation. You actually do the class. You teach the class. You do the class, and you get.
But do I get to keep the koozie even if I don't
So
Yeah, of
sign
course.
up?
But then after the class, I have to go sit in some back room, and you still have your gi on.
Yeah.
And then you
No,
put
there's
your
no back room. It's
You put
literally-
your glasses on to read.
All right.
And then you're like pitching me some
It
sort
really
of
worked
contract.
best if you signed up for 6 months.
Yeah.
It's all a year.
Full year commitment.
Yeah, because if I'm making the commitment to you to teach you and pass this knowledge on, and
Oh.
Well, you're
take
gonna
the
be
time-
there regardless.
I
If
want
me
that-
make
I
full
want that-
commitment, me want you make
I
full
want that
commitment.
commitment back.
Okay,
yes.
yeah. And then
Yes.
what? Like,
And I shame parents that let their kids quit early. I do that. I'm like, oh, you're quitter parents.
Jonathan looking a little pudgy.
Do I have to initial every page, or can I just sign at the end? Because I don't like the
Actually,
initial.
I just got brand new contracts in 2 days ago, and it's
Digital
they're
on an
all
iPad.
new, all new, stupid like.
Why don't you do it on an iPad?
Initialing now next to everything to huh?
You do it all digital on an iPad.
I could do that actually.
Yeah, do it all on the tablets. Get with the times, man.
It's
like
easier
kiosk.
for
You gotta
pride.
do
Look,
VR.
he's just now getting into the koozie game. He's
Yeah,
far
yeah.
behind.
You gotta do VR dojo. You got digital dojo.
When
Like
it comes to like paperwork and stuff like that, even like bills now, I still like paper bills being sent to my house.
paper bills.
Well, you
Yeah.
got a filing
buddy.
cabinet.
Oh, God.
No, I throw them away, but I still like looking at them.
You're gonna be like the cash register machine guy on Mills Avenue that sees Louis there, and he's like, "I'm staying here till I die."
You
And he died.
look at your water bill. What are you looking at?
I don't know. Make sure see how much I'm using this month.
What are you gonna use less water?
All right, no more pee-pee break.
How much is too much? What
Well,
are you,
I know
What are
if
you
like,
looking
my
at?
gas. Sometimes if I leave it's interesting to me. Like sometimes I leave my hot tub on for 2 days on accident.
You have a
The
hot tub
natural-
at the dojo?
The natural gas. No, at the house, at my house. And then I'll like.
I thought you had your Daichi pay for that.
Yeah.
Don't you
No,
steal his
that's
water?
That's his water. Yeah.
Well, you got to get the automatic shut off. I used to do that and waste all the gas
You
in
got
my
a
pool.
timer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After 2 hours, it shuts off no matter what.
Oh, that's really? I don't
Hey,
know
well,
that.
I got no fancy.
Good at business.
Pantera.
Good businessman.
Fancy
It was a natural
Pantera.
gas?
I've got that fancy Pantera.
Well, it was,
Oh,
a medium,
Pantera.
it was a medium hookup.
that means it was stolen.
Yeah. No.
Do you know that
I've
his
used all
Snake in the
medium
timer.
hookups.
Did you know that his hot water heater for his pool and hot tub came from I won't say which one, but from a hotel around here?
No, well, they didn't want it anymore. It was just
Embassy Suites.
Yeah. Oh, man, what the fuck, man?
It's always it says
It's
it on the
always
side.
He's been trying to scrub that off for years.
I just put a electrical tape over it.
Nice.
Fancy.
That works.
Anyway,
So if they want information, go to karateoforlando.com or the Instagram is Karate of Orlando as well. And just send me a message.
Yeah.
Hookups for all the BDMs and everyone.
And
that
it's a
listens.
very proper dojo. You take
Yes,
it
yes,
very
yes.
seriously.
Symmetry. And then also, you're not looking for that?
Yep.
Kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, MMA at the Jungle. Message me
do you
too.
teach boxing? My son.
Oh,
Max,
we have boxing twice a week. At the
Do
Jungle.
you?
Yeah.
Now,
By
what
a good
kids?
boxing coach too.
my wife is like,
It's
tell
like 12 or 13.
my Max wants to box. 'Cause I taught him how to box.
Well, tell him this is Japanese boxing I do.
Japanese boxing, that sounds racist.
That's a punchline my pop-up used to say.
Oh, no, that would be Jap box. But no, we're not.
Whoa,
Go on.
whoa. Easy.
I'm allowed to
My
say it.
God.
I'm me about people.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No.
Me loud, me do their kicks.
I
Me
do.
stole their kicks. Me Elvis Presley.
I'm allowed.
You can't just say something horrible and say I'm allowed.
I'm allowed. Guess what? I am.
I got
Me have a sensei, man, okay.
Sam.
I don't want to follow that.
What's semantics?
Yeah, semantics. Follow us. Go to semanticspodcast.com. We're supposed to have You Heard About This one come out this weekend. We'll see because Derek got the COVID. So we'll see if we might Zoom it or
The
something.
COVID.
The
Second
COVID.
time or third time? We had Tiffany
First.
on.
It's his first time
First,
ever. Yeah,
first.
First time
Oh,
ever.
man.
Yeah. So we'll see. We might record it over Zoom or we might have a late release. But follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/semanticsmedia. Travis got his balls cut off yesterday, so he's going to be playing a lot of video games. So follow us on Twitch.
What's he got to wear something down?
What?
Do they put a bandage?
A
You know they
vasectomy,
actually
huh?
make vasectomy underwear for men. So it has
really?
a patch that you can slip it's perfectly fitted for a ice pack that's the size
Oh,
of
shit,
your
I'm going to start wearing that now just to keep
pouch.
me cool in the
Yeah.
studio. Put an
Yeah.
ice pack in there, keep my balls cool.
It is, it's hot out there.
Or just piss my pants.
How old is he?
34?
Oh, okay. He always get it reversed if you want. He's no kids ever, right?
No.
Yeah, they
Oh,
all
they're
kids.
team no
Yeah,
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
team no kids.
Yeah. Now.
Oh, you sad about it?
Now
You
and
want-
forever.
Now and forever.
Are you feeling it? You want a kid?
No, I've been going the opposite. I wanted tons of kids, and now I'm thinking about maybe one, but that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
I went the opposite way, but yeah. People go up and down, don't they? Like
Yeah,
they-
yeah,
sometimes
you
they
change.
do,
People
sometimes
change. People are like elevators.
Some people
Some
do.
can take you
Some
up,
people
others
don't.
can take you down.
Yeah. I like it. Never change. Just
Stay the course.
Yeah. All right. Anybody who wants to be invited to our beach party, sign up to become a BDM. You'll get an invite. You and a guest will be allowed to come. We got tons of giveaways. We're doing pictures. We're doing drink specials. We got.
We're trying to get a sand sculptor, but apparently they don't like the quality of the sand at the area we're at. Like, seriously.
I feel like someone sculpted touching tips one time. It was awesome. That was just a BDM. That
Yeah,
did
it
that?
was,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that was just a listener.
That was awesome.
Every time you
So
dig
then
it-
I started
We'll pay
thinking
that
about,
listener to come. Whoever did that, I'll pay you.
I
to
don't
come
remember
out.
who
So
did
this
it.
is what I was thinking. We were going to do a sand sculptor because I wanted one to come out back in the day at Volusia Mall. This is the story I told. They'd come out and they'd do these sand sculptors in the mall, and it'd be the fucking most amazing thing I've ever seen as a kid, right? But like apparently when we've talked to two, or Tony's talked to two sand sculptors, and they said, well, the quality of the beach you're at, the sand, we don't like sculpting it. And I'm like, what the? I didn't know they were that serious. You know, I
Yeah.
thought like you just do your best. You know,
and
like,
by the way, I don't like anything I do for money. I do. Like,
that's correct. Yeah.
Whatever I'm getting
It's
paid
a
for,
fucking job, you stupid sand
Yeah,
sculptor.
I don't want to do. But they give me money and
Right.
I do it.
Yeah,
That's how
so get up
business
there and
works.
sculpt some sand. I want a mermaid with big tits, you idiot. God damn.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I'm just
what you
saying,
do.
Why
I'm
is it
paying.
so hard? Everybody's so uppity these days. So anyway, so
Like when you
now
show up at Chick-fil-A, you don't want to be there.
I want to be
You're doing it
part
for
of the
money.
sculpture, like have half my body in, out, like here,
That's
and then
cool.
and have a merman
that's
body.
actually a very good idea
Yeah.
with a big Tommy Lee.
I'll
dick.
sit there for 2
So
hours.
here's what I
It's too
want.
long.
Should we do a contest for the people that get there if they want to sculpt and then just
That's
do like
actually a good idea.
$100 ABC gift card? card or some shit because I'm done fucking
down
around
with
these
that.
stupid
No,
sand
I
sculptors.
think
They're
that's
taking
a
it
good
so
idea.
seriously.
But no one will do it. It's just
Yeah,
like the
they will.
rat tail challenge.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, don't talk about it.
like,
You said you were going to bring it up. You've been thinking about it all that time. You've been thinking about
But I'll
it.
show up and then Mike B's like, I put a sand pail on one tower.
I'll kick it over.
And then
I'll
we have
kick
to-
it over and
We have
stop
to
it.
give him
No, he
on.
could for sure make a mustache, right?
Well, they're not going to do it good. I want a really well done.
Somebody
touching-
do the Tommy Lee Ding Dong.
Yeah.
yeah, that's too hard.
A big giant ding dong.
Anyway, sign up.
No, it was actually soft.
to be a BDM.
Yeah. Sign up to be a BDM. Also, book Air T&D to get our Airbnb. And I'm going to be, don't sleep on the Josh Wolf interview. Super
Yeah,
funny.
it's great.
Yes, go see him at the Improv.
He
this
was
weekend.
in studio, by the way. So I know a lot of you guys don't like the interviews
yeah.
because they're on Zoom. Yeah, I don't like them either.
There's an old school hour in studio good
Yeah.
talk.
And I'm going to go see him Saturday night, late show. Other BDMs are getting tables. There are a lot of people going out there. Come on out. I'm going to be out there. Josh is expecting us. And yeah, he says
He
that.
said he's taking 100 milligrams Saturday night
Yeah.
before his last set, so go see him.
Yeah, so Saturday night is the one. He's lighting
Also,
the fuse.
Hourglass Brewing is celebrating their 10-year anniversary this weekend at both locations.
Yeah,
so
go check
hit
them out. Go out there, and we've got some BDM art that will
Yep.
be on display that you can buy, and always drink the delicious Hourglass beers. There's so much to squeeze in here. I'm trying to think of everything.
All our merch, the merch special, the DOP kit,
Yep.
there'll be extra stuff
Dop
inside
kit
the
is
DOP
on
kit.
sale.
We only got like 7 more, so it's not like a lot.
They're
so-
really good, though. They're great little, it's a nice little beach bag to put your keys and stuff.
Yeah, Tom and Dan Dreaming logo, completely supplemented the whole thing. Check it out at tomanddan.com. All right, guys, we'll see you Monday.
Bye-bye.